I knew you. Huh?
Yes.
It's too hot.
You probably turned the damn heat up like a sailor.
You gotta turn it down like a motherfucking Eskimo. Shit. Okay.
Damn.
My favorite time of year. Yeah, so crisp and so clean. See what I always promised myself I would do. I walked the door.
Good for you, Ziva.
Where to meet? You try to call him several times. This is typical of the old man. It is
Okay, why can't I hear her? Why can't I hear her?
Can you hear me now? There we go. Can you hear me now? Drew, can you hear me now? Drew. Drew.
No, that's not it.
Drew, can you hear me? Dang. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? All right, signature drink tonight. All we doing is a red wine of your choice. We're gonna keep going. Ingredients: get you a glass, get you a bottle of red wine. I don't care who you're drinking. If you want to
Hey, Gracie, how come I don't have any volume?
And garnish it with what you want to garnish it with. Let me see what's going on over here. Hello, Drew. Can you not?
I don't have any volume.
We can hear you just fine. Can you not hear us? Drew? Can you hear us, Drew? Drew?
Oh, here we go. Hi.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right. Hey, welcome. How you doing this evening?
A little slow.
That's
I'm
all
having
right.
I'm having sake tonight.
Ooh, sake. Where'd you get sake from?
Carl brought it home he had to go to the Asian market. We're having bunkai or something like that, something Korean tonight.
Oh, that's what he's cooking tonight?
Uh-huh.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just getting started. We're a little slow over here. I don't think I realized I might have been muted this whole time, so I'm not 100%.
And I thought it was me. Hello.
I don't know. It could have been both of us. I'm not 100% sure. And I don't have anybody on telling me if I was muted or not. So if I was muted, I'm sorry. Welcome to TJ's Boom Report, where we do what? We have our sip and conversation over here. We're going to sip and conversate tonight, and I think I need to sip. So I'm going to pour up. We already went through the water issue. Yes, I know my body is a filter. I will flush it. But right now, I need to get to the good stuff. I usually don't do twist tops, so I don't know why. I'm drinking Earl Stevens tonight. His sweet red wine. It's a 14.5%. You know how I am about my percentages. Can't be too low. So this is a pretty good percent, but it's a sweeter red wine. And it's chilled too, so.
Well, what's happening is
That's good.
the cork that's in your cork bottles for your wine, cork is becoming extinct because of the global warming, because it's actually from a tree. So the cheaper wines are doing the screw top to help cost break down and bring down the revenue.
But I could see a whole lot of wines going to that just to break down
Yep.
the revenue.
They're going, yeah.
And that would be better because once you screw it off, you can screw it back on. You ain't got to worry about the first screw.
Thank you. Or pulling it off or using your teeth.
Oh, I got a nice opener, so.
To pull the cork out after you've opened it.
Yeah, well, okay. All right, well, we're going to keep, cheers. We're going to keep moving. Yes, we definitely need to cheers. Clink, 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 clink.
Clink, clink.
All right, we're going to definitely move on to our ridiculous hack for the evening. Now, today is something very simple, you guys. We are going to, the ridiculous hack for the evening is using a magic eraser. Now, last week we used the magic eraser to clean our utensils. Now, this week we're going to use the magic eraser to clean stains on your wall. That is a picture of before and after. I mean, I see some difference, not a whole lot of difference, but you guys be the judge. You guys that uses magic erasers, you be the judge of that. I don't use a magic eraser, but I am going to get one. I just haven't gotten one yet, and I was at the store and didn't even think about it. But it says, for a magic eraser for your wall, is for any stains or discolorations. No matter what the color of your paint is, score a point with a magic eraser. Now, since they said that, I do have a stain. Remember, I got that plastic bag on my kitchen cabinet, and it left that mark on my kitchen. Now I was mad because it like left a heated mark on it on my cabinet, my white cabinet. I guess I'll get the magic eraser and see if it works for this.
It also takes crayons off the wall.
Okay, so people with young people, so people like Vet and B out there, all you guys that have, you know, youngsters, and you got to get that crayon off the wall, there is a good tip for you to get that off with that magic eraser, and it's by Mr. Clean. Yep. All right. Next, I want to go back and real quick before we move on. Last week before, I did the hack about pouring the Kool-Aid in my toilet, and I was supposed to wait 30 minutes, and I never came back to say anything because we got discombobulated and the topic kept going. I want to go back and say that my tank was fine. I did not have any leaks. You're supposed to pour the Kool-Aid in the back of your tank, a dark color. You wait in half an hour, do not flush. And if the front of your tank does not change color, you're good. If the front of your tank changes color, you get any color in it, that means you have a leak in your tank. So I want to say I did my downstairs tank and I did not have any leaks. And I also did my upstairs tank and I did not have any leaks. So that trick, I believe, actually works for our ridiculous hacks. And if anybody didn't watch, I am starting to put out short clips through the week. So I did put a short clip out about using the Life Flow magnesium soap. Now, we put that bar of soap under in our bed. And that first week, my husband was like, "What is that?" And of course, you know, he kicked it out of the bed. It was on the floor. I had to find it and put it back in the bed. And I put it on my side of the bed. And I know it's there. But yes, I do kick it. But I know what it is. So I'm trying to act like it's not down there. But along with that, I started using magnesium lotion. And I started, sorry about that. And I started using magnesium gummies. Now, I will tell you, I feel something. I don't feel all the aches and stuff. So it is working some. I don't know if it's a combination of everything. I don't know if it's just the soap in the bed. I don't know if it's the magnesium taken. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with that. And the lotion. But the lotion is a vanilla scent and it smells so good. And you smell it all through the night and all through the day. And I smell vanilla. So.
Does it make you sleep better at night? You know, like how lavender and chamomile tea will make you sleep better at night?
I don't know. It could be because I'm not feeling the pains. It could be just a combination of everything. So for that hack, it is working. I don't know how far we're going to go with it, but just let you know that does work. So let's keep going. All right. Let's sip up. Let's sip up. Let's sip up. Ooh, all right. Now we're going to go right into our hot topic. Now, last week, we did a hot topic and I should have changed it today, but I'm not. Because I threw the hot topic out, but we never responded to it. We never had any feedback to it, any to it, nothing to it. So hot topic question is, do opposites really attract? That is hot topic. And that goes into the fact of we are going to review Sisters today, this evening, and we're going to do Married at First Sight. But we're going to do them briefly. We're not going to go in depth like we always do, because we're going to just hit at some good good points at it. But I really got to do Married at First Sight because I've been kicking it off for a few weeks. And people have been dragging and I can't. I was trying to defend him, and then he blew it again for us this week. So we're going to do that on the end. Plus, I think we have someone else that will be joining us to do Married at First Sight. So let's see what happens. I still haven't heard from Foxy yet, so I don't know if she's coming. So, but you know, she usually strolls in around the 8:30 mark, which is fine. But we're going to keep on going. How are you guys this evening? I hope everyone is well. How are you well? I hope you don't have any family. You don't have any family in Ukraine, do you?
No.
I don't either. I know I'm part Irish, so I was able to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Well, I didn't drink, but I always know that I'm part Irish based on what my aunt told me. So, but I don't think we have anybody from Ukraine in our family. I feel bad. I just hope this hurry up and stop, because this is some horrible stuff that's happening right now.
And the fact that they're hitting the civilians, I mean, who does that? Hits schools, hits children's hospitals, hits maternity wards, hits churches.
They saying they're not doing it on purpose, but what else you gonna hit when you could throw bombs into a community?
Thank you. And you've got those drones that can spot out what everything is. Hello.
Well, that made us both drink on that one, didn't it? Well, my prayers truly go out to everyone over there. I pray this hurry up to end. I don't think it's ending anytime soon. You guys beware for gas prices. I've been seeing some funny memes on these gas prices. This is quite interesting. I saw this meme yesterday. This guy told his wife he wanted to take her somewhere very expensive. And she said, okay. And she pulled out her Louis Vuitton bag and her Louis Vuitton shoes and her beautiful dress. And they got in the car and she started driving. She said, where are we going? He said, I told you I'm taking you somewhere very expensive.
Stop.
You know, he pulled up to the gas station.
Stop. I know he did.
And she was like, you mean to tell me you let me put on all my good stuff for, this is not very expensive? He said, yes, it is. He said at $5.15 a gallon, you keep going, we're gonna be walking. So I thought that was really cute. That's
a good meme.
You seen any good memes? Or you don't do social media like that, do you?
Once in a while, I'll get a good meme and it's on Twitter. And I'm like, wow, how did this get out here? And I immediately take a snap because when I go back, it's gone.
Yep. I screenshotted something the other day. You know, the loss of Tracy Braxton, that's been pretty devastating to the community. And we've lost a lot of different celebrities and stuff. Oh my God. Speaking of that, and I just didn't even want to go on topic of this, but my prayers go out to the students, the college students that were on the golf trip. The 6 students, 4 boys, 2 girls, and the teacher, the coach.
Yep.
My prayers go out to them and their families for that devastating loss. Oh my God. A 13-year-old was behind the wheel. He had a blowout because he was 13. He had no idea what to do. He should have never been out behind the wheel. He lost control, veered off into the other side, and hit them head on.
And you know what? A lot of adults don't know what to do with a blowout.
No. But both cars, I guess, blew up. So it looks like it was not, there was no chance for them to, survive anyway. But 2 people in the van that was with the college student did survive. But I believe one of them was thrown out. I don't know how the other one got survived, but it looks like 2 of them survived. But my prayers go out to them and their families. Oh my God, that's just truly devastating.
Because that's some true hate, true hurt.
Yes. But just to have a 13-year-old, I'm gonna have to sip on that one.
I think I'll join you.
Because that's just, that's horrible.
And I know they were kind of in a semi-rural area. However, I know what my 13-year-olds were like back then. Would I ever have them be? Oh, hell no.
Yep. No. my son, I think snuck off and did stuff like that and took people's cars and stuff. But he wasn't under my watch when it happened. But it wasn't like this. We didn't have him driving on the freeway at 75 miles an hour. You know, that's just ridiculous.
And
But-
if that dad had lived, that boy would have been, both of them would have been charged with manslaughter.
Oh my God. Oh my God. They both would have been both charged. But I
Mhm.
guess they got a better charge.
Well, I'm not to make a judgment.
I didn't say that. Did I say that?
Just leaving my feelings, rest in peace to those golfers, those
Yes.
young college golfers, and may their family find the grace of God in getting over this. Well, you never get over it,
Never.
bottom line.
Never. My poor friend, Foxy Brown, she is really struggling. It's hard to lose your sibling. She lost her only sibling. So those that don't know, she probably is not with us. She's really going through, and we want to send our hearts and prayers and condolences to her and her family during her time of grief and bereavement as she's grieving.
It
I
is
don't
a
know what it is.
process.
Yep, I don't know what it is to lost a sister, but I know it's lose a mom, and I just can't imagine the hurt. I'm sure they're both one and the same. So
Mhm.
my prayers go out to you. So if you're listening, baby, we love you. We're gonna keep this rolling. Right. All right. Now, I said I had 11 more things I wanted to discuss. I have been going over some unhealthy items, and I want to say I pulled them out, guys. All stops. We got 11 left out of this 35 list. Now, I'm gonna tell you, this list puts me in a different mindset. I'm gonna tell you, a lot of this stuff I probably won't buy. I won't buy again. Now, some of the stuff I'm sure I will, and I'll eat it sparingly because I know it's not good, and I'll eat it as needed. But to just go and buy it, be like, I gotta have it. I don't believe there's nothing on the list that I gotta have. Oh, wait, maybe the Oreos.
Oreos are on that list?
Yes, I did. Yeah, that was the little short clip that was done. So if you guys did not watch, I did a little short, very short 13-minute clip this week. Actually, I put it out Sunday. Of the unhealthiest, is titled Unhealthiest Items from the Grocery Store. You guys check that out. Those last 12 I did. And those last 12 were things like Lunchables, sugary cereals. Yes, mega stuffed Oreo.
I don't like the cream in the Oreos. I would scrape that off as a kid because that tasted like plastic to me. But I did like the actual Oreo cookie.
Oh my goodness. Fruit roll-ups. So you guys, if you didn't look at that list, hear that list, you gotta go back out and watch that. Please go back and watch that. Give me the reviews, guys. Tell me what you think. But real quick, before we get into Sisters, because that is something to get into, we are going to talk about these last horrible items that are in your kitchen right now, because they were in mine. I know they're in yours. Number 11, store-bought smoothies. And yes, I have a huge one. Why is it so big? Because I got it from Sam's. And this is supposed to be healthy for you. This is 25% less sugar. It's a green smoothie, so it's supposed to be the green vegetables. It's supposed to have fiber in it.
How much sodium?
Okay. 30 milligrams, but it's considered 1%. But 30 is high. But you're looking at your percentages as well. And the percentages says 1. Where you're getting your numbers is in your total carbohydrate. So it's supposed to be 130 calories a servings, but because it's pre-made, it's considered processed, basically. And that's why it makes it bad. So this is unhealthy. And I'm getting it to think it's healthy, and it's not really healthy for me. I might as well just make my own fruit up and cut my own.
That's where you need to go. Because look at the very fine print on the bottom. It's gonna have some kind of something.
You know what you're making me do.
Yes, I got mine on.
Sexy specs. All right. What are we
On
saying?
the very bottom, contents on the very bottom, it's gonna have all these chemical names on there.
So you're talking about the ingredients, the apple
Yes.
juice, the coconut water, the mango puree, the pineapple juice, banana puree, the kiwi puree, the powder, lemon juice, natural flavors, powder, broccoli powder, spinach powder, barley grass powder, parsley powder, ginger root powder, kale powder.
Okay, that's not bad. It's nothing, that's nothing that sounds chemical that you can't pronounce.
So maybe not all smoothies, but some smoothies are. So I might have a chance with this.
Oh, if
well,
you don't see something, buy something cardamonian or some kind of long chemical name.
nope, there's no long chemical names. So nope. So I might be lucked up on this one. Okay. All right, let's keep going. Number 10. I don't have this. Why? Because I can't eat nuts. Some trail mix varieties are on the list. Trail mix varieties, anybody know what that is? Those are the ones that has the nuts and generally the candies mix or the, oh, stop. I do have a trail mix blend. It just hit me. I do have a trail mix blend.
Munchies.
Cheese sticks. And let's see. It is supposed to be Doritos, Cheetos, Sun Chips, and Rod Gold in here.
They're talking about the trail mix that has the almonds, the nuts, that has the little.
Okay. So, it don't count. So this is not count. All right.
No,
good.
that does not count.
All right. Yes, I don't have that. All right, y'all. That's on the list now. Now, the next one. Gatorade.
I'm sorry. Okay. Gatorade is our, no.
Now, I must say, Gatorade is what, when you're having colonoscopies and stuff like that, this is what they have you to drink to clean your system out with, because you got to keep electrolytes. So Gatorade has electrolytes. So how is it unhealthy for you? What's in it that's
And
unhealthy?
when you're dehydrated, that's
Yes.
why all the athletes drink because it's gonna boost up your electrolytes.
So how can it, I'm telling you, it was on the list, it's number 9. We need to investigate that one. Because I want to know. That one's puzzling me. Ever since I heard it, it's been puzzling me. So we should investigate that. You guys look for more information on that. We're gonna come back with some more information on that.
Circle
right.
that.
I did. I did. I just circled it. All right. Our next one. Agave nectar. I know. I said it too. How is that on? But I don't have any. So of course I'm not that healthy, I guess, because I don't even have it because I thought it was healthy. But to me, it doesn't do anything more for me than honey. So I don't use agave nectar. Do you use it?
I buy agave juice.
Oh, there's an agave juice.
Oh,
Oh,
but if you're diabetic, you got to drink that sparingly because it is a little high in the sugar content.
Really? So is it really sweet, or is it just sweet in content, or is the taste sweet?
I put agave juice with my Diet 7-Up and my vodka, okay?
Really?
It's good. it's almost like buying, if you can find it, passion fruit juice. But it's just a different take. It's got a semi-bitter, but it's nice because it's not overly sweet.
Looks like
And
we have Foxy Brown getting ready to join us. She's connecting. So as she's coming on in, we're gonna keep on going. So agave nectar is on the list. We're gonna, you know what? I must put a circle around that one too, because we gotta check that out because we thought that was healthy too. Hey, Foxy.
Hey, look,
How
I ain't
you
looking too foxy
doing?
today.
You ain't foxy
Look,
today?
I'm doing good. No, wait, no,
Why
I
you not
had-
foxy today? What's wrong?
no, I'm foxy. I just I've been in the house all day, and look, I've been in the house all day, and that's it. Just babysit.
Chilling.
At least
reality.
you have
That's it.
eyebrows on. I don't have
I
that
got
on.
eyebrows.
I said, at least you have eyebrows.
It's called microblade.
Ooh, that's the subject we're gonna hit on next
Yeah,
week.
because Kim pay good money for her eyes. She get her eyelashes and everything done, so she pay good money for all of
I
that.
want that eyebrows. That's a subject, Tracy.
That's what
we need to do next week.
All right, write that down. Table that for next week. All right, we're gonna keep on going. Hey, just to bring you into snuff, we're going over the unhealthiest grocery items that's in your cabinets right now. I found this list.
Yes.
I have
Please
found this
tell me.
list on Money Wise. And when I looked up the list, it had started off saying 25 of the most unhealthiest items. Well, it's when I pulled up the list, it was 35. And I would say 85% of this stuff is in my cabinet.
Oh wow.
So I'm just
Okay.
going through the list. You missed last Saturday. So last Saturday we talked about the first 12. And then
Okay.
Sunday I put a short video out about the next 12. And now tonight
Okay.
we're just going over the last 11. So if you just to catch you up, the ones that are tonight, number 11 was store-bought smoothies. I got them in my cabinet.
Okay, I don't. So
Okay.
that's unhealthy.
Yes, it's supposed to be. But what we were just reading what is in mine, and it doesn't appear to be, but I guess because it's processed, I'm thinking is not, that's what they're considering. But then the
Okay.
next one was some trail mixes. So the ones that have probably the ones with the candy and the nuts mix, probably the ones that are unhealthy with the candies, the M&Ms and stuff.
Okay.
And then they had Gatorade on the list.
I could believe that.
But wait a minute. We just wait.
It don't
We
have
gonna do
sugar.
But we gonna do some research because why would Gatorade be on the list? They use that for colonoscopies and everything. If you athletes do it to drink it to get electrolytes, why is it unhealthy?
I'm gonna have to look that up. Doesn't it have sugar in it though?
I don't
Doesn't
know.
Gatorade have sugar?
I don't know. That's what we got to find out. I usually have one. I don't have none to look at, so I can't. I'll have to do some research. And
But
then
most kids like the fruit
Huh?
punch. Most kids like the fruit punch. So I'm thinking it's really sweet. So I'm just
What?
thinking.
I was gonna say DeAndre, we all drink the lemon.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the number 8 was agave nectar. Do you
Agave?
use that? Yeah, agave nectar. Do you use that?
Mm-mm.
I used
agave,
it
though.
once. I used it one time. I was not a fan of it because I felt like it's no different than honey.
Okay,
So-
I can agree with that.
So I just didn't use it anymore because I'm just not a big fan of it.
Okay.
All right, but we're gonna keep going. Drew disappeared on us, but we're gonna keep this going. We just got 7 more to go through. Number 7,
That's okay.
dried fruit is bad for you.
Like the dried apples, and I love those.
Dried
They are
apricots,
so good.
dried prunes, all that type of stuff.
What about craisins? So craisins and raisins aren't good for you either, then, are they?
So when it says dried fruit, I am going to do a little bit. I'm gonna circle that one too. because I want to do a little bit more research to find out exactly. Because if that's the case, I have dried raisins
What are dried raisins?
and dried cranberries. Are these
What is dry?
fruits? Are they
Dried
fruit?
cranberries are good.
Yeah, but are they fruits? Are they what are cranberries and raisins? Are they fruits?
Yes, they're fruit.
Yeah, because they don't have seeds.
Okay, so now I gotta find out if they're good. Cause look how much I got a lot. I put these over salads.
Well, if they're saying if dried fruit is on that list,
Yes.
then what about beef jerky? Because it's dried the same way.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about beef. I'm talking about fruits.
Fruit. I'm
Yeah.
still here, y'all. I'm still here.
I don't know.
What
I'll do more research on it.
Okay,
We'll do
because
more
put on
research
that
on it.
list dried mango and dried papaya.
Yes, because I like mango. So yes, I definitely.
Is the dried apples on that list? I mean, if they're putting raisins and cranberries.
Well, I don't
dried,
know. No, it just said dried fruit. I'm gonna have to do more research. I don't know, but I pulled out my raisins and cranberries because I don't know. I want to, you know what? I want to start eating healthier. And wherever I can cut, when I can cut, and it is not going to affect me, I want to do it. So that was the main purpose of me pulling this list. That's why I thought it was interesting. Oh,
Okay.
hey, Raylan.
Raylan got to get his diaper changed, and I woke him up because he don't need to be asleep this time.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he'll be up all night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, we're going to keep going. The next,
I'm
number
listening.
6, fruit cup snacks.
Oh,
I'm telling y'all, I got everything in my house.
We
Wow.
have that. And we have the we have the applesauce that comes in those little things.
So now I want to see if that's considered, because that's Emery's favorite. Emery my grandbaby loves applesauce. She eats these things. These are good, and they're good for if you want to put them in cottage cheese and stuff like that. So I'm just stuff that you think is healthy is on this
Okay.
list. All right, that was number 6. Number 5, I don't have this. Thank God I don't have this. Diet Coke.
nope.
Oh, I have that.
You got it?
Just buy it.
Nope.
I got 312
Nope, I
packs right now in my pantry.
Wow.
And I'm gonna tell you, my son, back when he was in grade school, when he was learning about that, diet pop, regardless of what kind of diet it is worse than regular pop because they put
It
more
sure
stuff
is.
in there to make it diet.
It sure is.
Love it. If it has to say on my tombstone, die from Diet Coke, and that's what it's gonna have to be.
Okay, so you're gonna be just like my Amy. My aunt was just that way. I'm sorry to change the subject real quick, but my aunt drank her Diet Coke every single day, and now she is 6 feet under.
How old was she?
When she passed away, she was in her
Wow.
80s.
What you want?
You got time.
Wow. Okay, here I come, Ray. Your nana come. Okay, come on. Yep. Wow. You know what? I woke up the sleeping giant. Okay, what you want?
Oh, Lord.
What you want?
Hey,
What you want?
man.
Okay, come on.
Okay, is Kim doing that? We're gonna keep on. Now this one hurt my heart. This next one hurts my heart to the gusto.
Where you want to go? What? Which one?
She's gonna show up.
Hey, this hurts my heart to the absolute utmost. This hurts my heart to the absolute utmost.
What?
Beyond Meat, meatless burgers.
Meatless burger.
Beyond Meat, meatless burgers.
Where you want to go? They meatless burgers. Wow. Well,
Tracy uses those. She eats that.
Yes, I do. They are good. I make my husband a double and I do the single and it's good. I do them in the air fryer. I season them up just like normal.
And they
They
taste
are
good.
good. They said in this article, it says it's better to eat 93% lean meat versus this.
Oh, really? Well, lean meat is good for you, believe it or not.
Mhm. In
They
small
use-
doses.
They use it in the keto diet.
93%?
Yep, lean.
Not lean, just lean meat, period.
Well, wait a minute. Let's see what's in this. Because I got these burgers. One patty is 260 calories.
Okay.
I know that starts off, isn't that kind of high to start off
Yeah,
with?
and that's without, you don't have the condiments on there and you don't have the bread on there.
And you
Ooh.
supposedly don't have the animal fat in them, but you don't
Yes,
have you don't have animal fat in lean meat though. It's just lean.
but you know what your problem is? Is your
What?
sodium. Your sodium. The
Yeah.
sodium is 350 milligrams. It's 15%. There it is. That's where it's bad at. What you
For
showing, DJ? What's
one
that?
patty, if
Nothing.
you have one patty, they consider that one serving.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Watch TV. But that meat you talking about, that what's it called again, Tracy?
Right here, Beyond Meat. I love it. Beyond Meat burgers.
Do you have to keep it refrigerated?
I keep, yep, but if you don't use them and I buy them by the bulk, I keep them frozen. And I just cook them in the air fryer. I don't have to unthaw them or anything.
Now you gotta wake up. I see TV. Okay.
But it's the sodium that makes them unhealthy. And it has to do with the packaging.
And the sodium is part of the preservatives.
Right. Yep, it is. It is and that's what sodium is used. That's what salt is, a preservative. It keeps it together. That's what it is, the salt.
Keeps it from spoiling.
Yep.
Dang. I'm so disappointed. That kind of hurt my heart on that one. That just hurt my heart.
Yep, just like Vienna sausages and hot dogs.
Yep. We went over the hot dogs was in the first list that we did.
Okay.
Yep. So for hot dogs, definitely in that list, without a doubt. Yep. You brought that up. Anything you bring up, if it's on the list, I'll tell you, because I got 35 items here. All right. We just did the meatless burgers. The next thing, Quaker Rice Crisp Treats. Rice Crisp Treats.
Those are just like the rice cakes?
Yes.
Well, that's the Rice Krispie treats.
No, the rice cakes. They're talking about these.
Oh,
Wow.
Because of the doggone sodium once again.
Right.
You got to think about this. This stuff can last on your shelf for months. It's the preservatives that make it last. If it can last that long, it's not good for you.
because my son likes that with peanut butter and honey.
Oh, wow, that sounds good.
I was going to say, that really sounds good. You
On
pour
the
honey
rice cake?
and then you dip it in peanut butter?
No, he spreads his organic peanut butter, spreads it on there, and then pours the honey on there.
The big ones like these?
Yep.
Spreads it with peanut butter, then pours honey.
And spreads that on there.
Peanut butter.
And then spreads it on top with honey.
Okay.
I'm going to try that because I have it. And since they're bad for you, might as well go ahead and take it all the way to the max.
Thank you.
I bought them because I thought they were good for you. And as you can see, I have quite a bit. This is really getting
And if you really
depressing here.
If you really want to go with those, because you have a lot, you got to change it up and everything. You can also put sliced bananas on top.
I'm sure. Or strawberries.
And if you want to go the savory route, you can spread some guacamole on there.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh,
But
I
I
know
don't think you
you're
should be putting
right.
guacamole. You shouldn't be putting nothing on there since they so you're not supposed. I mean, since they're on
They
that
so
list
bad
of,
for you, huh?
Well,
But I
she's
said
gotta
since
use
they
them up.
right, since they bad for you, might as well eat them all the way the right way then.
Shit, the way food costs right now, you don't waste anything.
no, you don't.
And we ain't experienced nothing yet. That's a subject by itself. We're gonna have to have. I
Next
was
week.
thinking, throw out there to our public and you guys. I want to start a table talk. Since Jada Pickett already has red table talk, someone threw at me real table talk. I think that's a little close, but I want a table talk that we can throw out stuff like this and have discussion about that on days, because there's so much happening in our world and that happens to us daily that we really need to discuss it. So we're gonna put a ploy. You guys think about it throughout the week. And if you think of anything, start shooting me DMs, messages. You guys hit me in a DM, text message me. However, you got to get the message. We're looking for table talk names. Yeah.
You needed the real or the real deal. The real.
The real deal.
Not
like
the
that
real,
too.
because they got something called the real, but real
Right,
deal might be
right.
okay.
The real deal. I like that. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. The next number 2. We got 2 things left, guys. Number 2, spinach wraps and pasta.
Maybe
They
it's
said,
the
look at next time you buy some spinach wrap, look at it. It is only 13% spinach in that wrap.
oh.
You're paying for all the other stuff in it. So a spinach wrap is not good for you, and pasta. And guess what? What do I have? I have a whole big container thing of top pasta. Jesus Christ.
We have pasta at least 3 times a week.
Well, that might explain something about your numbers on your diet.
Okay.
Pasta is not good for diabetes either.
And my kids, when they're hungry, they can make up their pasta, and we have pesto sauce in there.
Oh.
They mix that all up.
Ooh,
They throw whatever pesto sauce. It's like a green sauce.
Yes, I love pesto sauce.
I
Oh,
like
do you,
pesto
Kim?
sauce better
Yes,
than ragu
Alfredo.
or red.
I mean, you can dip it in, and then they do it in some restaurants with with oil, and then like you dip it in your butter. I mean, in your bread.
Olive oil and everything. And you.
Oh my God, with some bread. Oh my God, it's the best.
Oh, I'm gonna have to take we gonna have to go somewhere and try that then.
Who got some good pesto sauce? What's that place we go get the bang bang shrimp? It's Granite. No, it's not Granite City.
No. Bang bang shrimp comes from oh dang, where it come from? Bang bang shrimp. Come on, people. Come on, y'all out there. Where does bang bang shrimp come from? No.
Shoot.
It's I'm looking at the place. I see it. It's dang.
Yep. Shoot.
Fishbone. Fishbone, not fishbone. It's not fishbone.
It's across from Granite City though. Dang.
Oh dang, I can't call it. I know it. I know it.
Can you guys see this?
What's that?
Yes.
It's called Rana basil pesto. Comes in a tub. It looks like, and I literally, when you do your your spaghetti, you can dip, and it's already got the olive oil. Can you guys see what it looks like in there?
Guacamole is green.
And it smells good too, because it has basil in there. So yes,
love food.
This is refrigerated.
Okay.
And when the kids put their pasta in their bowl or whatever, you don't even have to heat this. You pour your pasta out and pour a little bit of this in here, stir it around, and you're good to go.
So they just have that in pasta.
Well, that's what they make for lunch or whatever.
Do
They'll
they
I
have
mean, I ain't judging. They might
I
be
know,
vegetarian.
I know, right,
But
right. Do
no,
they put
at-
cheese or anything else on it?
I have fresh grated Parmesan. They know to
Okay.
use that. And if we have leftover Italian sausage, they'll slice that and put that in there.
Oh, that sounds
Hey,
so
Foxy.
good.
Hey, Foxy,
Huh?
this is a family that cooks every day. Her husband cooks every day. They don't
Oh.
eat McDonald's, Burger King, stuff like
I
that.
don't blame them. Shit.
No,
I
no,
need
no.
me
I'm
some new
seriously. They don't eat when they eat somewhere. They're eating like Ruth Chris, and then it's a treat to them because they don't. They literally they cook food every day, and then her husband takes whatever leftovers to lunch for
See,
work.
that's what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
So
See,
they cook every day.
because we had Jay Alexander last night. That's what I ate this morning and this afternoon.
Ooh, I should have been with y'all.
I know.
Dang.
Look, Renisha, it was Renisha's treat.
Oh shoot.
And Raylan threw down on the macaroni and cheese.
All right.
Well, I'm surprised Kraft macaroni and cheese isn't on that list.
Excuse me, that was on Sunday's list. It is
Oh.
on there.
Okay.
And I did have it in my cabinet. Yes. Yes. It's on the list.
I
And
don't think
all right,
macaroni is
number
good for nobody.
one, the last one.
Let's have a drink
Last
this
thing
one.
on the list. Baked beans.
Baked beans.
Baked beans.
And it's Bush's baked beans.
And the list, it says Bush's baked beans at that.
Why Bush's?
Yes. Let's see. Let's look at the back of the can and see. Well, shit, right here. The sodium is 630 milligrams. That's 27%. Right there alone is why it's on the list. The sodium takes us out.
Oh.
And then I cook these with pineapple. I know I'm really unhealthy. Huh?
And you're using canned pineapple on top of that.
Right. Wait a minute. What you say? You put sausages in yours too, Kim? Damn, that sound good. Smoked sausages?
Yep.
Or Italian sausage.
Or
I use just regular sausages. Just
you just cut them up and fry. What you fry them?
You mean like Jimmy Dean?
It could be Jimmy Dean.
Okay.
Just regular sausage. You can put them on the grill.
Oh, wait, wait. That's not Jimmy Dean that you put on the grill though. Jimmy Dean is like breakfast sausage.
If they're not breakfast. I use
it's the long sausage. It's the linky links.
They're like this.
Yep. And I
And they're the length of your finger.
and sometimes if I don't feel like it, I put them in the microwave and then throw them in the pot. So that ain't good for you either.
Okay, because I usually boil mines before I fry them.
Me too.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. And I'm going to cook my baked beans tomorrow. But baked beans is on the list. My list of 35, I don't know. I can go through them real quick. There was Nutella, cup noodles, Cool Whip, margarine. I can't believe it's butter. Wonder Classic white bread, Kraft singles, Spam, Pop-Tarts, Kraft macaroni and cheese, frozen pizza, potato chips, chicken nuggets, Lunchables,
What kind of
sugary.
wait, back up. What kind of chicken nuggets? McDonald's?
It don't
Or the
matter.
kind that you
It
fry
just says,
frozen?
I'll do more research because right now it's just saying chicken nuggets. Lunchables, sugary cereals, hot dogs, pretzels, Smart Food white cheddar popcorn,
Wow.
mega stuffed Oreos, fruit roll-ups, Cheetos, salad dressing, gummy bears,
Oh,
veggie sticks / straws, granola and cereal bars.
and we done with gummy bears. We eat them all the time, me and Ray.
smart bought store-bought smoothies, some trail mixes, Gatorade, not agave nectar, dried fruit, some fruit snacks, fruit cups, diet soda, specifically Diet Coke, meatless burgers, specifically Beyond Beef, Quaker rice cakes, spinach wraps and pasta, and canned baked beans.
Okay, you know what? Remember when we were a kid and we would go to a family picnic? What did they have? They had
Hot
baked
dog.
beans with hot dogs in it.
I still eat that. That's still good
Pork
to
and
me.
beans and hot dogs.
And take me a slice of bread and dip up the sauce from the baked beans. What you playing? Why you playing? Old school. I'm from Crocus Lawn. I ain't
And your
playing.
bread was Wonder Bread. That sticks
Kim.
on your.
Hey Kim, I'm gonna have to do some more research on the channel. I just want to let you know that one of our videos got flagged and I had a huge block. It was the day that I showed video clips from Tyler Perry Sisters. So we
Okay.
can no longer show video clips from
That's
Tyler
okay.
Perry Sisters.
Okay.
I got a copyright strike against me.
Oh,
They blocked my video and everything.
they did that to Johnny when he was doing his house music. So that's why they I don't
Yeah.
know what you got to do to get the copyright because other people do it, but I mean, I don't know.
I know, but that's okay. I'll worry about it. I just want to let you know we can show pictures, we just cannot show videos. But I have no pictures tonight. Let's get it in and let's go ahead and talk about sisters.
Okay.
And the topic for this past Wednesday was fine wine. Now,
Right.
our first scene, which was a doozy. Sabrina cancels her date with Calvin to go meet with the African guy. Please tell me this African guy's name. What is his name?
Abdullah, I don't know. Shit, dang.
Okay, we gotta find out his name because I keep calling the African guy and I don't want to be no disrespectful. But Danny takes her phone, cancels the date with Calvin, and then hooks her up to go with the African guy to his restaurant.
Yeah.
And Calvin felt some type of way, shows up on her, and boom, he's there. What do you think about that, Kim? Dang, that was fire to me.
Well, by right, I mean, he had a gut feeling. I ain't mad at him. I just felt that, girl. Girl.
But he got all the millions. He owned that restaurant. So Calvin popped up and he was like, "Oh, you got money."
You got money, girl.
That was good.
I
was
thought,
like,
you know what? I felt it was bold that she did it like that, but she should have just made arrangements for him another day and just let Calvin know, because she don't even know how she feel about Calvin anyway. I'm
think that's what
sick
it
of
is.
these men. And that was just disrespectful.
Yeah.
I
Does
mean,
he just
I just
have
felt
one
it
restaurant?
disrespectful. No, he has several.
Okay.
So Fox,
Yeah,
you said he got several restaurants. Okay, let me make note
Yeah,
of that.
that's how you make your money, because if you only have
Oh.
one, you're struggling.
Yep. He's
However,
loaded.
with his bank account, and one bank account had $360 million and 360 billion, and he had 11 other bank accounts, I'm pretty sure he's not struggling.
Yeah.
Now, would y'all date him
No.
because of them dollar signs?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have dated him with the
No,
dollar
I
signs?
wouldn't.
You wouldn't date him.
No.
If you were single, you wouldn't date him with them
You know
dollar
what?
signs.
This is gonna come out. That money is drug money, or
No, it ain't.
fronting for someone.
You want
You know what?
yeah.
I like that idea.
What?
You know what? She
Okay.
just said that money gonna come out that is drug money. What if you
Or he's
what if that
fronting
money,
it.
but
He's
what if that
washing
money
it.
comes out that he working with Gary?
Well, you know,
That be a twist to this story. Ooh, I need to call Tyler Perry. I got some tea for him.
you talking about the African guy with the drug money.
Yeah,
With the
where his money come
accent.
from?
With the accent.
Yeah, where his money come from?
I don't know. That ain't
That
revealed that.
money may be being washed out here in the US. Now,
I don't know.
but you need to find out if he has, well, forget the restaurants, but if he has some other little businesses like a laundromat or something like that, where he can get that money washed through and everything. Yeah, here's the whole thing. If you're hooked up with him as a girlfriend and everything, yeah, you may get out eventually, but when they go to sweep up everything, you're going to get caught up in the dust.
Yeah, you are.
And they're going to want to know, what do you know? How much do you know? And if you say, I don't know anything, I didn't,
Right.
they're going to keep you there until they find out that you don't know anything. I'm
Right.
just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, that's some fire right there. That's some fire. Oh,
But it's-
wow.
It seems like everybody got some messy going on.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Okay, well, okay, so Calvin busts up on the restaurant. We talking about this multi-millionaire and all his accounts. Sabrina doesn't leave. She stays and has drinks with him. We're going to see how that evening goes.
Yeah.
Sabrina runs out and calls and tells Danny that Calvin showed up.
It's her
Danny
fault.
said, right. Danny said, take your butt back to the table before he think you called him. And he did. He thought she called him to check on him, and she didn't, which was cool. But then we come to Maurice.
Oh Lord.
Calvin goes home, and Q is sitting outside. Calvin goes in to proceed to tell Maurice about what happened. And Maurice is in his own thing.
Yeah.
Okay, Q must have really laid it on him. He just can't let Q go. But Q is bad for him. If his job finds out that he's with Q, he's gonna get fired.
Was Q the one with the robe?
No, Maurice is the one with the robe.
Q
is the dark chocolate, you know, the dark chocolate thing that takes his clothes off. Once Maurice lets him stay there for the night and he wants to take a shower, he begins to take his clothes off and undress, and Maurice is about to die.
He's a criminal.
So previews show that he wakes up and Maurice is Q is trying to be in the bed with him, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? But just that whole situation,
I gotta go to
why
bathroom.
can't I
gotta go to the bathroom. Give me a second.
Yes, please block us. So
let me ask you, is Q the one? Is Q the one that had his stuff out in the box? Out in the box, and the other guy leaves and says, you can't leave him out there. Have him spend the night here.
Yes,
okay.
Q is the one that's outside.
There's a lot of characters in this.
Yes.
It's hard to keep up.
Okay, so Calvin is the light-skinned one. Calvin is the light-skinned one. Okay.
Now, who's he dating?
He wants to date Sabrina. Sabrina was on a date with the African guy.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, now
there we go. You got it. And then they always go back to Danny because Danny tells them the truth. She's me. She's me. she's me. And then she's in there a long time. Oh my God, just Jesus. In the name of Jesus.
Okay, y'all saw me.
No, oh, no, girl, we kept going.
Y'all saw me.
No, we saw the toilet paper holder.
Y'all saw the who?
We saw the
Y'all
toilet
saw-
paper holder.
Oh, okay. Look, I had to go so bad. I almost went on myself.
Oh no, God, no, don't do that.
Oh, you're not old enough to be doing that. And you sure as hell don't need to be wearing those kinks depends, okay?
Oh hell, no, I will. I hope I don't have to do that. But you know what, Maurice, he is lost. That's all I can say.
I was gonna say he wants somebody so bad. I feel like that, and Q is just giving him exactly what he wants. But Q is not gonna be good for him. He's gonna lose his job.
Is
No.
Maurice the one with the robe?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, you know, I know where Tyler Perry got that guy from.
Where?
He's in real life. That's what's the basketball player that has HIV? His son is that guy.
Julius Irvin.
Yes,
Not Julius Irvin. Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson's son. That's where he got that idea from.
Magic Johnson's son. What's Magic Johnson's son's name?
I have no name. No,
Julius Irvin Jr.
no. He was actually on
The one
one
that's
of the
gay.
housewife shows
He's
in Atlanta.
But he looks good as a woman. He's beautiful though. Hold up, wait a minute.
Mhm. But I think that's where Tyler Perry got that image or that idea for him.
No, I think Maurice is gay in real life.
You think so?
I think so. Hey, whoa, wait.
I know Calvin,
Huh?
And
but Calvin isn't.
I'm not
No,
saying
Calvin is-
anything's wrong with
Calvin is
No. But Calvin is not portraying to be that way. Calvin grew up that way because his father was that way, right?
All right. Right. Both of his fathers.
I personally think
Both of his fathers was that way.
Tyler Perry is pulling a lot of these characters off of real life people.
I can believe that.
Well, he probably is. I mean, I can believe that. I can believe it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Calvin was the main one saying for him not to stay. So Calvin told him to let Q stay one night. But then we go to Jack gets out of jail and he's outside waiting. They can't find his phone.
Right. Oh, is that right?
Still hasn't talked to Fatima yet. I think that's still a lot strange that he hasn't talked to Fatima.
That's not realistic.
No, that
To me.
can't be. That can't be.
And the fact that he don't want to, they say something about you're gonna tell your girl. I mean, they don't lock people up in jail for child support, especially when the person don't know. See, Tyler Perry sometimes he loses me.
Okay.
Because he needs to be a little bit more realistic. They gonna put somebody in jail. She looking for Zach. It's got to be a warrant for his arrest first, and Zach got to know it. And then you got to pay $38,000, and you haven't had a blood test yet. And you talking, I ain't gonna be able to get that money back. Look, I got more time than I got money, so I'm gonna wait to the blood test. I'm just, y'all got me messed up. And I'm gonna get a lawyer.
That's what I
and sue
didn't.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. That gives me a clear understanding because I didn't understand that. That didn't make sense. But when she gets to him, it seems that she says that, and she's the one. But it seems like they want to keep her away because she's the one that's going to pull everything together.
Who is she?
Fatima's going to pull it all together.
Yeah, but you know what?
If she don't go to jail for doing all that nonsense she doing.
When it comes out, the blood test. Now watch. Now, if they do an amniocentesis, because they can, that's how they're gonna get
Wait a
that.
minute, the baby is here. The baby is 3 years old. The baby is here already.
Okay. But no one's done a blood test.
They need to go over and do an amniocentesis on Karen behind.
Mhm. to see
Okay.
actually whose baby that is.
Speaking of Karen, we're gonna run right into that. She is acting crazy. She wants Zach back. What is this about?
You know what?
Hormones.
It ain't that many damn hormones in your life. I mean, it probably is some crazy women like that. I just don't know them. And Lord help me that I never know them.
Well, she is acting a nut. She goes to Annie's penthouse, and then Gary shows up. She leaves. She doesn't want to stay there, but then she ends up going to Danny's place because she wants to know the truth. Danny speaks the truth. And when Danny delivers her the truth, Danny tells her he did not change for you. He does not want you. He wants Fatima. That's still not enough for Karen. What is she going through? What is this about?
She's in denial. She needs a therapist.
She's
needs to
got
go-
insecurities in herself that are playing out all the time.
I don't know what's going on with Karen, but whatever it is, if those women, and I'm Tyler Perry must got to know some women like that. We just can't relate to that. All I'm gonna say. And believe it or not, I'm glad that I can't.
Thank you.
I'm with you on that one. Because if I had a friend that was acting like that, I think I would have slapped the shit out of her by now.
Yep, I'd be very upset with her.
Because this is ridiculous. She is just going through, and she talking about him going to jail, and she got to almost like she want to protect him because he the child, the baby father, but she don't even know that he's the father. And then Aaron keeps giving her a timeline like he can be the father, and she's just adamant that he's not the father.
I think he is.
I think he is too.
Just because she's so adamant about it.
Yep. Because come on, girls, we know when our cycles hit, whatever, you're not sleeping with that many men that you can't figure out and pinpoint. Hello.
Unless you're a prostitute.
We call them exotic people.
All right. Well, listen.
All the prostitutes ain't exotic.
This is getting good. This is getting good. Gary, I think Tyler Perry moved the scenes a little bit faster, but he can go a little faster for me.
Thank
Gary,
you.
Right. Gary comes to the apartment and he's talking to Andy, and she does good. She holds her own. She doesn't give in to him. But she does give him his props that he did amazing with the penthouse. And I will just have to say, he did amazing with the penthouse because that baby is nice.
Okay, but here's the whole thing. It's still dragging out. She still hasn't signed the papers. Shit, Tyler Perry and Sisters, this is moving slower than Young and the Restless, okay?
And I love the Young and the Restless. Talk about Young and the Restless.
I know, don't talk about my Young and the Restless. That's our station. But she right.
He is taking and catch up on everything. Jesus.
Yeah, it is taking a good minute. But then she drops the bomb on him and says that she's gonna let Robin stay there for a week. And he didn't blow a gasket. He said,
see what? She's testing him.
She's poking the bear. See, I don't like them type of games. Either you're gonna be with him or you ain't. But then I guess she feel like she gotta do what she gotta do to see how loyal he is. But
I was gonna say he broke her rib. I mean, I don't know. Okay, he messed around with her when he was married. Okay, all that stuff. But he hugged her where he broke her rib. That's the part that I can't sit well with because he broke her rib. So how can you mess with somebody that can hurt you in that manner?
Nope. Done. Been there, done that. Because I personally, if you physically have done something, okay, mentally I may be smart enough. But if you physically have done something to me, I'm your worst enemy. I don't care how small I am. I'm done with you and I will put you away.
Well,
Okay.
legally.
I don't get it. So, but let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Zach is waiting on his phone. He's talking to Jake. He's telling Jake he's gonna pay his money back. He's bragging on Fatima. And then Jake brings up Gary, that Gary's a good guy, blah, blah, blah. Jake, I guess Zach sends Jake back in to get his phone. Maurice lets Q in, and Q says, "Can I take a shower?" And Q begins to undress.
Mhm.
Ooh, that's
Mhm.
pretty deep there. He's showing quite a bit. And Maurice is trying to be strong. He tells him to get on in the shower. He said, "I'm gonna leave the door open." So they don't show what happens, but we'll see what the outcome of that is.
Mhm.
Let's see. We keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're gonna move on to Karen shows up at Danny's apartment, and Danny gives her what she doesn't want to hear.
Yep.
All right, we got Dr. Karen Reynolds that is joining us. Karen is going to
Hey,
be joining
Karen.
us for Married at First Sight. Let me just bring her on into the room.
Okay.
As she's coming on in, we're going to keep going. When we end this preview this season, Karen, Fatima goes to Hayden's, and she beats the mess out of Hayden's car. And as she's beating the mess out of Hayden's car, she goes into his place and see Gary there. Oh my God, what is this all about? Fatima
Is Gary the one with the robe?
No, Gary is the one that's after Andy, that bought Andy the penthouse.
Oh my God, there's so many characters in here.
Jesus. Well,
It's at the
hey,
end.
Dr. Karen, how are you this evening?
Hey, y'all, how y'all doing?
Good. Thank you for
Hi,
joining
Karen.
us. We're gonna
Happy
be
post
we are
Hi.
wrapping
St. Patrick's Day.
We wrapping this up.
we are wrapping up, sisters, and then we'll jump right into Married at First Sight. So just give us just a moment.
Okay,
I like those glasses.
Thank you, baby.
Me too. I like it too.
You look festive.
Hey, gotta be festive. It's 9 o'clock and we on TJ Boom, baby.
Hey.
I'm not looking festive.
I would have to say, I got to get 2 more of my besties out here to make this complete, because I am honored to say that I have 5 besties and I have 3 with me. I have Karen that actually grew up with me since knee high to a duck.
Knee high, knee high, knee high.
I have Foxy Brown here, Miss Kim, who I've known since we raised our babies together in church. And before then, we knew each other before we had babies in church. So that gives us 30 plus years.
Mhm.
And then I have Drew, who I got the chance to meet through Arletha, that I have, 7
Since
now?
2014.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, 8 years plus.
Yeah.
And you know what's so funny is that I don't know if this happens in other circles, but we met each other and then we're all best friends now.
We are, because
Yes. Yes.
I mean we are.
yes,
and
that's
Karen
so
is
cool.
my
You're right.
house.
Hey,
When
you know
her-
what? They used to say, and there was that adage, it takes a village to raise a child. But you know what? It takes a village to have good friends.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Does.
You're right.
And I would say I'm honestly blessed to say I have 5 best friends. I have 5 people that I
Right.
know will ride or die for me, no
That's
matter what the
right.
situation.
Oh, most definitely.
And I will
Most
ride or die for
definitely.
them. But
Most
most people don't have one. I'm
Nope,
blessed.
they don't.
I'm blessed to have 5. And that's what
Mhm.
my grandmother say. My grandma Ann say, you know, you a blessed child. And I used to say, why she would say that? I didn't quite understand. But as I'm getting older, I see why she says I'm blessed,
Because you
I
have
have things that
many
other people don't
blessings.
have.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. All right. So let's finish up real quick with Sisters, and let's move right into Married at First Sight, because Married at First Sight is a dinger. So if Foxy Brown, you don't want to hang in there, you're more than welcome to let us go. We truly understand.
Okay.
We're going to keep on going, but we're going to wrap up Sisters by saying,
I need to refresh my drink. So don't say
refresh.
anything.
As you see, I've been pouring mines as we've been online. So go ahead.
Right.
Karen don't need to be with Zach. I don't know why she tripping on Zach. Fatima goes and tears up Hayden's car. Ooh, she tear his car up. And I heard her podcast afterward. She said to beat that car for real. She said the next morning it was just like she was in a car accident. You know how you're in a car accident and you feel like you're okay that night. You're like, oh, I'm good. I don't need no medical attention. And then the next morning you wake up and you feel like you're in death.
Mhm.
She said that's exactly how she felt, like she was in death after beating that car. She said, because she was in those stiletto heels when she did that. And to swing that bat and bust those windows out, she said that was very traumatic, very traumatic. So kudos to her for that. But then she walks in and catches Gary at Hayden's. And she like, what the fuck? She like, oh, what you doing here? So that's good. Danny tells Karen to let him go. I don't know if a team of Karen can do that. And finally, Fatima and Zach appear to meet up and they're hugging. So we'll see what their conversation is going to be when he tells her about somebody's trying to sue him for child support. I think they went about the whole thing wrong. I don't think Tyler Perry was so busy trying to give us a story. I don't think he was being realistic with it. I think he needs some changes going into next week, and we'll see what next Wednesday does.
Right.
All right. Now let's bubble on into Married at First Sight.
Okay.
Woo! I'm gonna tell you now. See, they both come on at the same time. Married at First Sight come on at 8 for us, and then Sisters come on at 9. But Married at First Sight is on for 2 hours, so we don't want to switch off. So I did have to go back and watch it after I watched the after party. Do you watch the after party, Dr. Karen?
Sometimes I do. I'll be trying to get to the show because I'll be watching it on demand.
Okay. Well, listen, baby, this episode for me, I thought it was one of the better episodes because everyone was chill. Everyone was enjoying each other. You had the husbands planning their dates with the women. However, if you notice, there was only one couple where the woman planned the date, and that was Katina. We'll talk about that. I want to know why Katina planned that date and not Elijah Wan, when all the other 3 couples, men's planned the date.
You know,
I know.
I've been so disappointed with Elijah Wan. I've been so disappointed with him. You know, first of all, I really like Katina's composure, and I can tell with her, she's a really classy person. I can tell that. And what I mean by classy is, I'm not saying, oh, she dresses this or she talks that. I mean, as far as her demeanor and how she,
presents herself.
People. Exactly. And but she does have it in her to cut you up.
Turn
when
up.
It's time.
Turn up.
Oh yeah.
And you won't even know you're being cut up.
Yeah, but that's like any woman. You know how to be disdainful and let people know when they overstepping, and you don't have to be so loud when you're doing it.
Yeah.
And Elijah Wan, he keep testing her patience. I'm telling you, he keep testing her patience because okay, we know he got a couple of issues, right? You know, he's very high strung. But aside from being high strung, what about your personality and your decency? He continues to embarrass her.
He does. He
He
does.
embarrasses her, and it doesn't take a lot to be kind. If you say you as loving as you are, then you know how to have them loving conversations with your spouse to be able to talk to them. I didn't like it
he
when they
doesn't.
went the horseback riding. I didn't like her. He was like, go, go, go. You could tell in her face. She's like, I'm not gonna show out on camera with him, but she tells him. But when he embarrassed her at that table like that, come on,
That
we'll
was the
talk
final
about it when
straw.
we get home. Well, guess what? If we're gonna talk about it when we get home, then don't bring it up. Don't
We can
bring
talk
it up
about it
in front
now.
of- yeah, you know, don't, because if you're talking about it in front of other people now,
Mhm.
I'm supposed to ride home with you and we get home, you know, and then what? He should have never brought it up. And like she said, when she could get a word out, I would have asked you about it. Now, remember, he was the one that was out there playboy and dating as far as what they say on the show, right?
Mhm. You
So
said it.
I can't
You
tell you
said
how
it.
many apps I got in my phone that I don't even use until I'm trying to download something and it tells me you running out of room.
There
And
you
it
go.
tells you when was the
Yep.
last time
Or
you
your
used the
credit
app.
card has expired.
Exactly. You know, so for him, you know, to be side-eyeing and he just, you know, and making it like, I'm loving you and I'm doing this a lot, baby. You're not doing her no favor. Okay. Because y'all
Right,
both were strangers. So
right, right.
don't get that twisted because
Right.
she's doing a good job with you. Had he spoken to her and say, hey, I noticed you got this app on your phone. Are you still using this app? You know, and then if it requires more, she probably would have told him, well, look, this was the last time I used it.
Or she could have said, oh, you know what? I forgot that was on. You want me? I'll delete that. Let me delete that right now.
Right now. Hey,
Right.
And that could have eliminated.
It could have. It could, because he's a lot. I'm like, I don't think she got time to be on the app and be on this show and dealing with your ups and downs. Come on, bro.
There you go. You're right. What you
Be
feel?
reasonable, but you do not embarrass your spouse. I don't care what it is. You're supposed to be, she deserves more kindness than that. You don't just get to pop off, you know, like that. And then she couldn't get a word in. I'll tell you, she's already been raised and she has a daddy. And Elijah Wan, you are neither.
Okay, ladies, I'm
What'd
going
you
to
say?
interject something real
Okay.
quickly.
Okay.
Elijah Wan, or we'll call him O because I mess up. He's got the same personality as Lindsay.
I don't think so.
Yes. You know what?
You
You're
think
right.
so?
Because do you know, have you listened? Him and Lindsay meets up on the roof and they talk a lot. Did you catch that?
I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch
Catching the
that.
You didn't
personality.
catch that? Okay, Dr. K, go back and listen to one of the episodes when she says it in that's why you didn't catch it. It's in the after party. She says it in the
okay.
after party that they go up and talk on the roof a lot. Her and O, because they reconcile their differences and they realize that they're on the same accord.
Right, because
they go up and talk.
their differences wasn't with O, it was with Katina. And I do believe that Lindsay has ADHD and whatever, and that's why him and O and Lindsay connect together.
I don't know.
I'm with you though. I feel that.
I see them as a little difference because Lindsay still has patience with her man. She still has a little patience with him.
Whoa, where?
Where do you figure that
I
out,
think so.
Aaron?
When I say she has
When?
patience, she talks to him. When she's usually flipping out about stuff, she's usually flipping out because she just kind of says whatever she wants to say.
I
But
think he
just
has
feel like
ADHD.
I feel like she still always want to be helpful with him, you know, but she expresses her needs and what her needs aren't with him.
Okay.
Okay. Now, she's not personally attacking and embarrassing him. Her
Yes, she
overall
is.
person. No, wait, but wait a minute.
No.
I
think-
disagree
I
with
think
that.
when it starts, I'm talking about like when they were at the bowling alley. You know, Lindsay drinks and she talks, and then it gets embarrassing. Now, for me, I feel like that's a little different than what Elijah Wan does to Katina.
Oh.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
have a
you
different
know?
trigger mark.
It's different trigger marks. You know, Lindsay is an equal opportunity. I'm effing with everybody. Okay. She is. She's an equal opportunity one, you know.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't feel like she ever kind of throws up in his face like, you know, well, I'm here and I'm trying and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Elijah always kind of goes back to,
Okay.
you know,
Okay.
if I'm here and I'm loving
Okay.
you and I'm doing this
Okay.
and that, you know, it's
Then
Okay.
you
it
should
seems
be
like
doing
there's a
this and
difference.
this.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
There's a difference, you know.
right.
It's like and
Right.
neither one. Okay, both of them. Yeah, they do have to work on some stuff. Yeah, they do. But I just feel like the position that Katina now. Lindsay's husband, he's just faced with, she could just be downright embarrassed and overall with other people and everybody because of how her person. And he also said when she drinks.
Yes.
He also
That
said when-
Because
exasperates
if you
everything.
notice on this episode, she doesn't drink and everything is very calm with them when they're at the
Mhm.
campground. So you're
Right.
absolutely right.
Right,
No,
but
alcohol
he's
is
not
her
drinking.
trigger.
He's triggered. He's upset, and the first thing he wants to say is, "I'm choosing to love you." It's like, oh, you know what? It's great that you're committed to the show. Your commitment ain't better than her commitment because she's there too, and she's not embarrassing you
Yes.
like that in front of
Yes.
people because she was like, well, just a minute ago he was holding my hand.
Yep.
And I
Yeah.
did catch when they got up to leave, he reached out and she was like, no. I
Okay.
was like, he didn't push her. He gonna catch it.
Ooh.
He
Oh,
gonna,
I
did,
missed
you,
that.
did you catch that part?
I
She didn't
missed
put her
that.
arm through his arm. She's like, mm-mm.
Oh,
Karen,
okay.
let's go back to when they were at the bowling alley and she went in the bathroom with the producers.
Yeah.
She shamed him and threw
Yeah.
all of his business.
She was
Yeah.
drunk too.
And every
Yeah.
time she gets drunk, yeah, okay.
It's that
Yeah.
truth serum. We
Yeah.
know what that truth serum. I talk about that. I talk about on my segment.
Mhm.
We know what truth serum does. It kills you. It kills a relationship.
Right.
We need to stay
yeah.
away from that.
Right, exactly. You know, she's just ready to have a good time. And I'm telling you, he's sitting on the steps like, is that
With
her?
Chris who's been dumped, and he's putting out his feelings to Chris when Chris was hooked up with a crazy woman.
However,
Someone
however,
bipolar.
it was really nice seeing Chris this segment when he helped Mark pick out some stuff for Lindsay for their romantic evening.
Yeah,
He really helped him. So that means that showed me that Alyssa just missed out on some stuff that she could have gotten.
she's a crazy ass.
What you think?
You know what? It's when I think about Alyssa, I too believe that it doesn't take much to be kind to people, you know, seriously.
She
It
didn't have
doesn't
any
take
of it.
much. He didn't deserve the blowback that he gave to her sitting in the dark, like, okay, so what's going on? And every time he asked her, she's like, I don't want him by me. I don't want him talking to me.
I don't want
And
the camera
I'm
on
just
me.
like, if he's not by you, then you are not on the show, chick.
Mhm.
And see, she was disappointed in his looks when she saw him, and
Mhm.
obviously she believes in a psychic. And I don't doubt nobody who does what they do to feel great about themselves. But she really believed in what her psychic told her, and obviously the woman had been right in the past of, you know, obviously from Alyssa's reactions. And when she stood there, she didn't get it. But the thing is, instead of you being mad at this kind man right here who's willing to try and have fun with you, you need to be mad at the psychic who didn't told you who was going to be there.
Wrong information.
That's who she should be mad.
Because if you remember on one of the episodes when he was talking to her and he said his sister owns a a horse ranch.
Mhm.
Her eyes bugged out. And he even said, oh, would you like me to buy you a horse?
And she was like, "Oh, you'll buy me a horse?"
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
girl is
And
a
she
gold
just
digger.
lost all of that. She lost all of that. She ain't get no horse or nothing else.
And she's
No,
a
she
gold
didn't.
digger. And what's so funny is any man that's watching any of this, they're gonna know she's a gold digger too.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna be hooked up with anybody anytime soon.
No, you know, it's
crazy.
crazy. There's somebody for everybody, but I don't know the type of people that she's going to get with that personality. Because to me, she was the meanest out of everybody because she couldn't even be civil to him. It's like, why are you so grossed out by this guy? He didn't. He is not pushing you to come in a room with him. He's trying to listen. You walking away, and you're
and
telling
his
producers
teeth
these
could be
things,
fixed.
and he sees all this stuff, you know. But he kept his composure, and I said, you know what? They just need to bring him back and match him better. But at the same time, all these scenarios that's going on, it is all hitting on real key points that people go through in marriages. They just know each other a little better sometimes. And I say sometimes because when
Sometimes
some situations come up, your head will twist around like
Exorcist.
and
Absolutely
you do have
right.
to start from these places. But you know, we've all three of us been married a long time, you know, and so we have learned that it's always going to take some you have to communicate. You can't shut your partner out like the way they are, and you have to talk at a point where you all can listen to each other. But they're coming off being single, and they don't really know, because
And this
I
is
was
a new
I was just
experience.
outdone with Elijah Wan with, I just need my wife to cook for me. Okay, so if that's your standard of a good wife, is her cooking you meals, then bro, you don't have high standards at all, because she offers way more than that.
Can I ask a question? He's all about cooking the meal, her cooking the meals. What if she buys those meals that are pre-cooked and they come and you put them in your oven and put your card and you put it in the dish? Okay, can
He
we
didn't already
do that?
said it. He didn't already said it, Drew. She's lazy.
Yep, he said it.
He didn't already
said
said it because after the long day and stuff, she kind of really didn't want to clean up right then. Well, that's why you have a partner. Elijah, if you got the energy to do it, then why don't you do it and she'll finish it in the morning? But why she got to be lazy and you're not lazy? I don't know. Did you help her put it together in the beginning?
No.
She didn't say you were lazy.
But wait, he was mad because she delegated her friends to pick up stuff. The stuff got done. She just delegated her friends to do it because she was working from home.
He got mad at that. Don't be mad at her because she's a leader. No, and don't forget, working from home means she's working
from home.
She is working. Her office is at home. She still has a whole day. That don't mean she's free to do your errands. Isn't he like a trainer? Isn't he a trainer? Is that what he does?
No, he works for the garbage department.
Yeah, he picks up garbage. Hello.
That's fine if he pick up garbage.
And you know what? He's got a county job.
And you know what? And that's okay because he's working and he's helping supporting. But at the same time, man, look at who you're married to. Your wife has strengths. And y'all need to tap into that because you have to delegate. Somebody delegates to him when he's at work.
Yes,
he's delegating to her.
She's
like, look, this is a priority. I'm a planner, and she's isn't she like a calculation analyst? She's real analytical and a critical thinker.
She loves going out. She doesn't cook at home. She loves going and blogging at all the restaurants. So if you have an issue with her cleaning the house or something, then I'm sorry, get an effing ass housekeeper.
And I don't do y'all really think that she's walking around there throwing her clothes on the couch, her shoes here and this, that, and this, that? No.
I do think it's pretty.
He has an idea and we can't, I feel like he has an idea
Mhm.
based on him dating of what it would take for him to settle down. And
A
now that he's
fantasy
married,
idea.
yeah, and now that he's married, he feels like his wife has to be a step up. But remember, you have to treat her at levels up as well.
Hey,
And
say
you
that
have to
again. Say
understand
that
you have
again.
to treat her as levels up as well. You
Mhm.
know,
You're
and he
absolutely
has
right.
to recognize
Can I bring-
Katina is a leader. You know, it's nothing wrong with delegating. Every mother has to delegate. And it'd be
And-
nice if there was cooperation when she did it. Because I'm like, if they have children, how's
oh,
it gonna
hell.
feel then?
I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't know. Go ahead, Drew. What you say?
I think, and we haven't, Karen, I hear you and everything, and I appreciate, I'm catching everything, but I have a feeling, and I hate to bring this up, but I'm
Uh-oh.
going ahead, okay? Katina makes more money than he does.
Does she really?
We don't know that, but maybe that might be an issue
Mhm.
because he wants to be in control. Maybe that might be.
And
a
when it
problem.
comes down to the paycheck,
I hear that. I hear that.
I'm just throwing this out, ladies, okay?
She just observation, but I get it. He remember what his friends told her. So Karen, I know you went back and you started catching up on episodes.
Yeah, but remind me, that sounds like you about to make a real
Remember
good point.
when they were at the wedding and she met and sat down with his family, his
Yeah.
brother and friends, and they said he is going to try to mold you into what he wants you to be.
And it's not working with her. It's not working with
It's
her.
not working with him.
It's not working with him either, because you know, and she's right. She's like, you know what? I've never been a wife before. Let me go ahead and try this, you know, this cooking thing, you know. And for her, she might be able to just cook breakfast and they figure something else out for dinner. It's no telling.
Shit.
But I
She's
see
not
her
even
trying
able to
because
bake,
if you
cook an egg.
Yeah, because when they were talking to them before the show, she had already mentioned, I eat out a lot. I hope cooking is not going to be a problem.
Yep, she did. You're right.
She said that. And so they still paired them together, but it's not a challenge that they can't get through once you establish that particular partnership.
No, because I feel like she's willing to cook. She took the cooking class, but she got them cook breakfast that morning. It's not bothering her to cook.
She just doesn't enjoy it. Okay.
Exactly. And when
that's fair enough.
If your wife don't enjoy cooking, if your spouse don't enjoy, if they don't enjoy something, why would you want to force them to do that?
And I haven't seen anything where a Wajuan or whatever. Oh, you know what, baby? You don't like to cook and everything. I have the day off. Let's go to the grocery store and let's cook a beautiful meal together. I have not heard that.
Well,
right,
they
because
is
she now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is she going to the grocery store every day to buy dinner?
Well, wait, before we talk about this, let me my son, he goes every other day or every day because they buy their food fresh daily for that day. Yes, there are people that go daily to the market. It's different to us because our mindset is to go buy bulk and then you cook off of that. This is called the European way.
And this
European way where you buy daily. And you don't only buy what you need. You don't buy anything extra. Nope. You only buy what you're going to eat that night. Period.
Boston and New York.
They do that.
When you get off the tram or the whatever you're on, the bus or whatever, you have to go buy the local grocery and it's a little mom and pop. And you get your crap there. I'm trying to watch my words. You buy your stuff fresh every night.
Yep. It's called the European way. It's the way the Europeans shop.
Wow. So she's really taking on a lot more
She is.
These new things that she's adding to her life, these new trips. Because if you're working from home, now she's like, I got to get to the grocery store.
Yep.
Then I have to cook. Then I have to clean up. I have to plan a meal.
Yep.
I have to do this. I have to do that. That's a lot. Those are a lot of new things for
And
her.
before she had him, she didn't do all of that. She
Yeah.
would just go to the different restaurants. She would pull
But-
up on Instagram. Oh, there's a new restaurant opening. Bam, she would be there.
But don't forget, she's a blogger for food.
So she likes different palate tastes. And when you
She
like,
does.
so and that doesn't necessarily mean that she can cook all these dishes or that she wants to.
No, she's testing them out.
Exactly. So because she does that, to me, he has a benefit. He should be getting different foods because she should be bringing different stuff home, regardless if she cooks it. But see, I think in his mindset, I think he wants her to cook it. And if she doesn't cook it, it's not going to be the same for him.
But
And-
he still has to realize too. I mean, she's realizing some of the things that he likes. But remember when they sat down and they talked with the was she the
Dr.
the matching
Viviana.
expert, the
Dr.
matching expert?
Viviana.
And she said, I am the expert, and you are not realistic in your
Yep.
thoughts and expectations.
Yep. She did. She absolutely did. She did say that. You're right.
And
Yeah.
you know
You
what?
did a lot of catching up, didn't you, Kay?
I
Girl.
give her a lot
That's
of
why I'm
credit.
texting you. Did you see that?
That's why I give her a lot of credit because shoot, they can have gourmet foods brought home to your house. You buy the subscription for the month and you
Yep.
can make it together.
And then she can do her blogs
Yeah.
and they can eat the
Test
food
it out.
and keep it going. But I don't think he's on that level. I
A
think
Olajuwon needs
he's
to
an
get out
old
of his
school
ass.
person. He's an old school. That's what it is.
You know, I don't even know if that's old school. I think that's some stuff that he did read and talked to friends about or what he thought it should be. Because you know, people talk to each other. They do not tell
I was
you
gonna
what's
say,
really going on in their marriages. They don't tell you.
To be honest, I'm just gonna say, do you cook every day, Karen?
No. And let me tell you what. Now, when the kids were younger, yes, you know, I cooked, the kids were at home. But even then, let me tell you what my husband told me, because he knew, you know, running the kid, we both worked. You remember, I was going to school. The kids were
Is
in
your
sports and
husband the one that
everything.
makes the great drinks?
That's Kim.
Oh,
Kim
okay.
is
Sorry,
gone.
Karen.
No.
Sorry. My
So
bad.
my husband told me, he's like, honey, before I met you, I was feeding myself. You don't have to rush home trying to get me a meal. When I'm hungry, I know how to eat. He said, I know how to go on these cabinets and fix something. I don't want you to be that. I
So
gotta
he
run
can
home and
prepare
fix
his
my
own
husband.
food.
Yeah, he'll prepare a lot of his own food. And when I cook, we eat. But it's just, he don't expect for me to cook every day. You know,
Let
food
me
is
ask
here.
you, does he prepare food for you?
He does.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, now that, you know, the kids are out the house and everything, but as a matter of fact, for a number of years, especially once the kids get out the house, my husband's the one who goes to the grocery store. He goes to the grocery store. He's like, do you want anything? But he brings home the staples that he knows that I like, the things that, you know, I want. Now, if he feels like, you know what, hey, I want some macaroni and cheese. I got the taste for this or that. I'll go ahead and make it. And sometimes I'll just say, well, let me go ahead and make this, that. I'm a great cook. I can throw down from scratch, you know, but his point is, that's not the important part of marriage to me.
Okay.
That's not the important part to him.
That's
Because he
good to
said,
hear.
feeding yourself, anybody can feed themselves. That don't say the level. I have a good wife because she can cook. He said, I can cook. So what does that mean?
So that's what Dr. Viviana said to O last week. Oh, cooking doesn't make a good wife. Where did you get this analytic culture from?
This fantasy vision from
Because it's a
Right,
fantasy.
exactly. You
It's
know,
idyllic.
right.
He didn't have
you
that
know.
idyllic vision growing up because he didn't have that idyllic vision.
what I'm gonna say is we're gonna pray on Katina O because I don't see a positive in what's happening, and I think Katina will break down and not go with him on decision day, which
I'm
is
hoping
less.
she
It's a
doesn't.
month away. We have 1 month. We got 30 days before decision day. But what do you guys think about Jasmina and Mike?
They're not coming.
You know, they are.
Did you
They
think?
have
I think he
two
played.
very strong personalities.
They're like water and oil.
Haitian? Isn't he Haitian? And what is her
What it is?
background?
I don't know. Is he Haitian?
I thought his background was
I
Haitian.
thought he was too.
Okay, it could be.
And
I'm
then
not
she
sure.
talks with an accent as well. So I think her cultural background may be something different. I
no,
don't
she
quite
cultural
know.
background ghetto. She's ghetto.
She is not.
I know. I
Jasmina's
think she's
ghetto.
New England.
No, she's not. No,
She's
New
got
York.
this fake accent because when she says to him, and mind you, she takes care of, teaches little kids. The way she talks to him,
Michael.
You know
not
what?
talking to me like that.
Michael.
Yeah.
Michael.
She says it like that when she upset. You know how your mama call all three of your names? That's his name when she upset.
Oh, worse yet, when your mama calls all three of your names, she calls
All
the
three,
wrong
four of your
ones.
names, whatever name is on that birth certificate, and then she include the nickname, you in trouble. So when she
messes it up.
There's a
But,
problem.
but he made a good point when he was talking to his friend. He said, I was doing all this and I was saying, I'm doing this and this and this, but I wasn't doing what was making her happy. And he changed that. And they actually had a beautiful date where he actually thought about her and put her first. So I thought their date was amazing. I thought they had chemistry. But to me, her face still had that snicker look in it.
Mm-hmm. He's
Right.
into her, but she's not into him.
Well, it's now I don't want to just put her under the bus like that because
I know.
there's some things that she was experiencing with him in the beginning, and she also mentioned about his yelling and how he was talking to her. Okay,
Which we didn't see.
we didn't hear, but and I don't want to classify all Haitian men. It can be very, very strong, very, very. And I'm only saying that because I knew of a couple. And I'm not saying that's wrong, in that, but it can be misinterpreted when they're, in an argument that is overly aggressive when it's probably just they're just speaking their point. But the perspective that she had, it was pretty much belittling. Like I don't put myself in situations where this can occur.
Mm-hmm.
And several of the situations had occurred. And so she's not going to put herself out there and then feel like, okay, I'm tricked again. Here it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my opinion. He needs to get rid of that stupid ass beard.
You know what?
He needs to do, I'm going to put it out there, okay?
What's wrong with his beard, Drew?
No. He needs to get one of those things that they advertise and make it a close shave. Who wants to be sleeping with a Santa Claus beard?
If you go back and listen to the beginning, she wanted someone, she likes beards.
Yeah, that's what I thought. She's anything that she's complained about him, she has never said it. That's stupid beard. She has never complained about that.
Nope,
it's always
right.
been about their communication.
No, I am going to tell you girls, ladies, she realizes she's not attracted to him. She wants someone finer cut, the whole 9 yards. She's not attracted to him. And even if maybe he got rid of the did a close shave. No, she's
Wow.
bourgeois and she wants something that looks bourgeois. And Michael does not look bourgeois.
Well,
You,
I'm
ain't
gonna
you
gonna
know
say,
what? But let's remember.
Wait.
Can we remember this?
what?
He did not tell her about the female roommates.
That's an issue too.
That's trust and deceptiveness. She finds out when she's in the apartment
Yes.
and the door
yes.
is open and closing.
Oh, boo,
And
you
it's
went and did
just
some good research, didn't you? You
Mhm.
went
Right,
really
because
went
I'm
back and
looking at
watched.
these moments because it attests to your character. This
It
is not
does.
something like, oh, I forgot to tell you, I like to go skiing. Here are my skis. This is you have
Yeah.
a whole roommate
right.
every day in your house, and not one time did you say anything. When, especially when she
You're
said,
right.
I have a male roommate.
Yes, you're
So
right.
Now,
this is probably
here's
those
You're
are the
right.
reasons why she's pulling back, because that's like, why wouldn't you say that? Why would
Here-
you not say that?
here's the whole thing. She did not like him in the beginning. That is,
Mhm.
you know what? She didn't want that look.
You talking about
That's
Chris and
different.
Alyssa? You pulling the
No,
Chris
I'm
and
talking
Alyssa?
about Michael.
Talking about Michael.
I know, but I'm
Michael and
saying,
Christina.
Okay, she
But
didn't
I'm
like that
saying-
look.
what I'm
I don't
saying
think
is
she
that-
liked that look. And I think once she found out he was a personal attorney, that turned it off, because she looks like someone, I'm just throwing that out there, that you're either going to be a doctor or an attorney or she wasn't feeling him.
well, wait
You know
a
what?
minute.
I don't know, because they filled out the questionnaire,
Mhm.
you know, and I don't know what kind of questions those are, but her issues with him that she has always said, and if you remember, one of the first ones that we saw on camera is when he was talking about, you cut me off. We all was like, she did not cut you off.
She
You were
didn't
clearly
cut her
finished
off,
talking.
cut him
And
off.
but what she did was, when she spoke, she didn't support what he said. She didn't pick up right where he left off. She said her own thing, but it fit in the conversation. And so
But wait,
mhm.
we only saw what the cameras allowed us to see.
Mhm.
We don't know
Exactly.
what really happened. So they're
Right.
saying stuff happened behind the scenes. We don't know what happened.
That's true. That's true. But it bothered her. But if we say we're gonna throw that out the window, we're gonna throw that out the window.
Mhm.
I was right there with her. Who is that?
Okay.
My roommate. Wait a minute. Didn't he live with two women? Two women,
Yes.
two female
You're-
roommates.
yes.
So we can throw everything out the window right there, because
Yeah, I didn't think
that
about
is
that.
what you should have been. You think they didn't talk about their living arrangement? She said, I have a male roommate. Why didn't you say something, Michael?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
y'all
I'm
talk-
You're
gonna,
right. You're
girl,
right.
I'm gonna throw you a new one.
Oh, here we go. We
Uh-oh.
spinning
Wait a
tonight.
minute, she's
Spin
straightening
on
her
tonight.
up. Okay.
I'm gonna throw a new curve.
Okay.
Jasmina, I'm gonna throw it out there. She didn't want a dark man, okay?
Now, where did you get that from? Come on,
Where-
you're gonna have to give me some more to see where this
She's been
comes from.
acting weird all from the beginning.
So you think it's because he's a dark bearded man?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You thought so maybe she thought they was gonna hook her up with somebody light skinned,
Yeah.
pretty hair?
Yeah.
Cause she's
I
not that
can't
light.
No, I'm gonna say
But why do you say that, Poe? Why do you say that?
because of her
Ooh.
actions, how she's
She being
reacting
mean.
to him.
Mhm.
She has been mean and hateful bitch from the start. I'm sorry. She wasn't into him, and I'm bringing out their real girl.
And
Okay.
she's to this
So
day,
you don't
she
think it might
said
be
his
because of
coochie-
his height?
Mm-mm.
No,
She
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
it's
but
no,
any of
no.
those?
Wait,
You
wait,
think it's just
wait.
physical?
Y'all, she just said the other day, he don't make my coochie wet.
Well, yeah, she said that because of everything that no. She said
No.
but she said that don't happen because of these things.
Yeah, but it don't. Come on.
She's
Come on
making
now.
an
You
excuse.
walking around pretty dry. Stop
I'm
it.
gonna tell you, she would be more apt to be with O than who she is with Michael right now.
I'll tell you,
Ooh.
let me. But let,
Ooh.
I'm throwing it out there.
Ooh. Ooh.
And I'm not
Drew,
eating
when
these chips
you
right
said
now.
you was about to throw something out there, I should have had my baseball mitt because you throwing them. Okay.
Girl, I threw that out there. Okay, damn it if you didn't catch it. Okay.
You came ready to batter, sweet.
No, I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. And now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Jasmina, she don't want, I'm going to throw that out there. Jesus. She don't want dumb O's ass. Even though he's a garbage collector, whatever. No, she wants an attorney or a doctor or something. She don't want his dumb ass. Let's get real.
I don't know. I just don't
No.
get her. But I
No.
know we watching this whole thing from all different perspectives. But
And I don't think his sex is that good.
I've never gotten that
Nope.
feeling. I always
You-
felt that
you
from
know
the
what?
She gonna
beginning,
make-
everyone wanted to try except for Alyssa.
You
That's
know
what I
what?
always felt.
Here's what happened. When O flew off, she's done with him. And I don't blame her. He and himself ain't that good, okay? Let's get real.
Woo! Say it.
Well, really, nobody is that good to be treating anybody else like that.
say it.
It could
You're right.
be anybody. Nobody's
right.
that good to be treating anyone like that. They both signed the same contract.
Yeah, they did.
Nobody's
And
doing
Katina
anybody
is smart.
a favor.
You're absolutely
you know,
right. You're right.
Katina's smart. She's gonna move on. And you know what?
I don't know.
You know,
Katina
I
trying
don't
to
know. I
stay.
don't know if she gonna move on.
I don't think she
I don't
gonna move
know.
on either.
You know what?
Because she's a talker. She's analytical. She's a critical thinker. She's a communicator. And I know that she understands where he's coming from. I just feel like she's going to put more of her boundaries in place and stand firm on those. But whenever he's ready to talk about it, she's going to talk, because Katina doesn't bite her tongue when she talks to you.
However, I think that that's going to pull him away and make him say no on decision day, because he can't mold her to what he wants her to do.
And that's fine. And she knew that going in, because that's what the family said. You know, that's what the family said.
Karen, here's the whole thing. Katina is gorgeous looking and everything. You got gorgeous, handsome Black men who are CEOs for executive companies and everything.
And they got problems too.
You know what? She's going to go to them before she's going to, let's talk. Let's get real. The wallet talks, okay?
You know what? I don't really know, because you talk to some women who dated the CEOs, they don't have nice things to say about them either, because of how
they get divorced,
it goes along with anybody, because who do we know? Yeah, you know, he's driving a truck. He could be making a pretty nice check with that. He could have been saving some pretty nice ducats with that. The only problem with him is like, it doesn't matter what you're doing if you're working and you got a partner and y'all work it out. The one thing that you cannot really
he blew up at her
if you don't want to is his personality.
He blew up at her.
He did, and that's what he's got. And even that can be worked on, because nobody was born in here blowing up on people. It's a learned behavior. And he can change that behavior when he learns to do it. I don't feel no one's probably ever challenged him to change it, because he's always dating.
Well, let me ask you, do you think Katina is going to be the one to challenge him? And
she's doing it now.
Or is she going to say, at some point, is she going to say, oh, I'm done with this bullshit?
Everybody's got a breaking point. Everybody's got a deal breaker. But I feel that if he comes down and when he talks and they listen to each other, I think should be okay with that because she gets really happy just to, to be around him.
She does. She does.
She does feel like that.
But she doesn't like when he pushes her past her comfort zone.
And he told her that, and that's what the experts have told him as well. That type is not going to work with your wife. Now, maybe you can do that with your friends, but your wife has a level.
Mm-hmm.
And she told him about that with the horsebacking. I don't know if he's ever pushed her like that again because we haven't seen other than the workout. And I don't think they've shown any more episodes like that. And so she knows, hey, I got to get to learn him. But when you're just going to come at me, embarrass me, and talk to me any old kind of way, it's nothing else for us to talk about. And I have that's where she was at the end of that last episode. I'm not dealing with this.
Take this mic off me. Y'all about to see the real Katina.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure he was listening to that like, oh boy, I done went too far now.
You know what? I take that back.
Over an app on the phone. Over an app on the phone.
I don't think he realizes he went too far.
He doesn't because he
has the conception to realize that.
He doesn't. And they haven't talked about it yet for her to let him know you went too far because he kept talking and cutting her off. She recognized that he was there and she couldn't say nothing to him. That's why she walked away, take the mic off. Because not only am I not going to sit here and argue with somebody who is in this state, you're not going to watch him belittle me on camera either.
No, and I don't blame her.
Yeah.
So I thought the episode was a very good episode. Everybody was really catering to their partners until the very end when Elijah Wan lost his damn mind. He didn't discuss it with Katina.
Shit out of him.
I wanted to slap him too.
Because when he was sitting at the table talking, that just made everybody at the table uncomfortable.
But they all said something to him like, you were wrong, you shouldn't have said it down. Every person said something. Every couple said something to him that he was wrong.
And she's there looking blindsided.
Like,
and
what are you talking about?
Never, ever in my marriage, I don't care what's going on. If I see something happening while we're out, we're going to be a united front in front of everybody because, I am his united front. When we get home, when I feel it's the right time, I'll bring it up unless I think about it and I realize it really ain't worth bringing up because it was what I told myself in my head and it really ain't even an issue. When you sit back and you think about stuff, you don't always have to jump on and say something at the first time you see something.
Ladies,
he's like, let me see your phone. And I'm like, you know what? That's a
red flag.
That's a kiddie start to an argument. That's the kitty. Let me see your phone. That's not the question that you want to ask her. Learn to ask the right question. Hey, when you were on your phone, I saw you still had your dating app. Are you still on your dating app?
And then see if it's active.
Exactly. And
what you about to say,
like,
Drew?
Oh, ladies, I'm gonna tell you. I'll put $5 on each of you, okay? Because I'm not rich, but I will give you $5 out, okay? I seriously do not believe that Katina, I'm sorry. Oh, he fucked up her name too, okay? So don't even, okay? And I'm not even married to her, all right? I'm sorry, that just came out. I don't think Katina's going to stay with him.
I didn't think nobody was going to stay with each other at the last episode, but that's just how it goes sometimes. They might, allegedly.
Lindsay is a bitch to Mark. Regardless of the nice thing he did for her, she's still a bitch.
I don't think they're going to stay together either.
Jasmina is still a bitch. She's mean to Michael.
She's not feeling, Michael's not making her wet.
But, oh, Jesus. Katina not gonna be with O. It's just not gonna happen.
Because his
And
ass is
then-
crazy shit.
Let's end this off with Noi and her broke ass
And you know what?
thinking Steve ain't got no money.
And you know what? I don't think
Oh my
you know
God.
what? Noi is so insecure. You know, she was a refugee.
Yes.
Her
Yes,
and her
she
brothers.
was.
She
Yes, she
is
was.
so insecure about money. And the fact that Steve isn't working. And here's the whole thing. She's so stupid. And she didn't even say, hey, what do you have in your savings? Where are
Well,
you
we
getting all this
didn't
money?
hear that. We don't know what she said. We
Yeah.
only know what they're making a storyline about.
Mhm.
And what they're making a storyline about is that he doesn't have a job.
You know what?
However,
doesn't
he
mean
kept
that
his
he's not
apartment.
That doesn't
financially
mean
secure.
crap.
But he kept his apartment when he traveled for 4 months.
Thank you.
So he has something.
And that had to be paid in advance.
What you think? What you think, Kay?
I think realistically, he was paying about $1,900 a month for his apartment.
Damn. What you think, Kay?
What do you think?
When I look at Steve and I think about Noi, okay, that is definitely her deal breaker point as far as her not wanting to be poor. Not wanting to be poor. Nobody wants to be poor, but for her situation and with her culture,
And she
they
was a
always
refugee.
stress financial security, and working. I don't think they stress entrepreneurship because that is not something that's stable to them.
Okay, did you guys look at her apartment? She was in a studio, had the kitchen, had her bed, had the sink and everything. Did you guys see her studio apartment?
Yeah, but she could have been paying a grip for that too. You know, I don't, as far as the real estate goes, I don't really
She
think
was
that
renting.
says a lot about the person. Now the way it's decorated does. But people are going to just live where they find convenience and comfort sometime or a price point, you know.
And she had her dog.
Right.
Right back.
And so,
Right.
so when I think about her and that's being her insecure point, I find it ironically that they matched her with someone who really is an entrepreneur at heart. And so when I think about Steve and what he likes to do, Steve's behavior does not strike me as someone who is financially irresponsible.
Exactly.
He does
Exactly.
not strike me as that. And he's
Exactly.
even said, and you know, he doesn't look like he's stressed over money, but he also
Nope.
looks like the type of person where he's not going to reveal all that he has either,
Exactly.
which most people who are financially secure, they do not. His
Exactly.
whole thing is he wants loyalty and trust from a partner that he
Yes.
can take care of them.
Yes.
And
Yes.
she keeps harping on that part. And so I feel like he's trying to
Yes.
work it out with her so that she can, you know, see, okay, support me. The friends have already said his industry, he can get a job like that and he can make tons of money like that. And he's like, I know what to do for my business, but he also knows that when you don't have a supportive partner, it's not going to work. I think he's financially stable, to tell you the truth.
I am convinced that he is financially stable and he has no worries. But because of what she comes from, I feel like he needs to show her like a bank account statement or something.
Right. He has to show himself trustworthy to her and say,
Right.
hey, look.
So that
And he probably ain't gonna do that stuff until after decision day. If he might do it before if he likes her or not.
Right. Right. But then is at one point where he says, well, you know what? I'll get a job and I started my job and you'll have to do half the chores. And she told him to kiss her ass. Did you see that part?
I think I missed that part, but I heard her say that.
Yes, it's towards the end. It's going into next week.
Okay.
When he said, okay, well, you know, you'll just do half the chores. You'll take the bathroom. You'll do this. And she was like, you can kiss my ass.
Okay. So in other words, that's what it sounds like is She wants to work to make sure she's secure. She wants him to make sure they're secure, but he has to show it. He has to do it the way that she wants him to do it through a job.
Yes.
And so he's like, if I'm going to take care of us, I got us. She has to trust her husband enough through the conversations that they have that he's got them. It's just like, you know, I know with you and E. I know for a fact, if E told you, we're going to be all right. You don't need no details. You know we're going to be all right. That's how I am with my husband. That's one thing I love about him. He's a man of his word. And if he tells me,
and we can sit back comfortably,
I'm going to take care of it. He is the first man that I never had to sit down and do A, B, C, D and make sure I jump in and try to handle it. It was a man. And that's what he does. He got it. He got it. He got it. And she's not there, but you know, she doesn't know him and they're learning. But these are so real. Tell me that these situations, I think they did a good job of all these different scenarios and challenges that they're going through in these marriages, because this can be these incidents can happen at the beginning point, they can happen at the middle point, they can happen after 10 years, but when they happen, it's still new and fresh, you know, and you got to figure out how to do it.
But this is our everyday life. This is what we're
living.
It is. And people don't even realize they're watching TV to watch their own lives.
Exactly. You know, I'm an entrepreneur, you know, and so it's like, if I think about, all right, let me just quit my job and just do this, you know, well, no, I have a mister. He got questions. I got us, but
exactly.
This is still a us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what happens if this don't work? Are you going to, you know, do the work? What are we going to have to give up, you know, while this is going on? And that's not to say that
you see my face, give up.
Well, yeah. And so, but when somebody tells you, but look, when you're talking about decreasing the money in the household,
yes, Lord,
you have to give up something.
Yes, no, Jesus.
You have to give up because you still got those expenses with the less income.
I'll give up pads. I don't wear them no more.
Girl. I don't know. I don't know how deep their financial conversations would be, but if they're the two that's going to be married, they need to have financial dates for real. They got to have dates. They don't do anything but talk about the finances and the transparency. And I just don't believe that he trusts her enough to show her on the dotted line, we are good. He wants her to build up that trust naturally, because I think he tell her something like,
yes.
Does it look like I haven't been able to take care of everything?
Right. And so all the 4 couples remaining, it seems like everyone was having a good day. Katina took on the Italy boat ride. I'm not gonna call the name because I'll mess it up. Mark took Lindsay to the campgrounds. She was in heaven. He gave her a beautiful plant. Steve,
because you know she loves her plants.
Yes. Steve took Noi to so she could eat raw sushi stuff. She was in heaven.
She was in heaven. She was in
absolute heaven. And then they gave each other gifts afterwards. She really was in heaven. I thought Mike did the best date for me for Jasmina when he recreated the wedding scene at the place where they got married.
I did too. He was really thoughtful.
And then when he had them to redo their vows, I thought that was absolutely beautiful. So I hope and I pray that going forth these next 30 days that Jasmina and Michael fuck. I want them to get busy. Sometimes
I can change your perspective. You don't be mad about stuff you probably would be.
We know Steve and Noi has consummated their marriage. We know that Lindsay and Mark has
numerous times.
Or at least Lindsay by herself. So either way, but I want and Katina to knock boots as well. They're waiting. This is a month
They
in.
haven't done that.
I know, but y'all should be bumping, as my girl would say, bumping pussies
I
right
thought they
now.
were gonna be close the other day, but
I know when they did all the stuff when they had the sex
And he
toys
carried her
and stuff.
to the bed.
So they didn't say anything, so we don't know. But I'm hoping that they bump and grind because I need some action going on. You know,
I don't
Noe's
think
gonna be
that's
quiet
gonna
about
happen.
her actions, so we won't know. But we know that they bumped. And Jasmine and Michael, I think we're all gonna know when they bump because I think we're gonna hear it here at home.
That's
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
and even when they do that, that's not gonna necessarily stop the other issues. That's what people have to learn in marriage too. It doesn't stop
No.
the issues from coming, you know.
But when
And
Michael
then-
was talking to his friend Travis, he actually said that he was doing all the stuff saying, I did, but he wasn't making her happy. And he looks like he's trying to change his focus. to
And
make
that's
her
the right,
happy.
and that's the right attitude. I mean, he's really trying to redeem himself. I think she might be.
I just want to say with all the flat chest women that was on the show, all the purple dresses and the itty bitty titty committees and all the triple A's that we saw as in small, they were not being realistic of women. Noi, Jasmina, Katina, nobody had titties. Stop it. And you all had them in these little
They're not
tops.
titties, they're called gnat bites.
Well,
Ooh, Drew.
mosquitoes. Then we're gonna give them mosquitoes as the
No, a
cause.
little bigger than mosquito. They had gnat
No, they were
bites.
not bigger than a mosquito because I didn't see any elevation in their shirts. I want them to stop that. Next week, I hope that we get some action other than Katina and O, because that they're gonna start off with them. Because she's like, take me out of this mic. Y'all about to see the real Katina. I want to see the real Katina. Let me see her. Let's see what she got. Because O was going in and she was not giving it back to him. I want her to give it back to him.
I
It's
don't
time.
believe that's gonna happen because I
time.
think Katina has been in touch with her folks.
Mm-mm.
I think she's done.
And that
They
guy,
don't
that-
like him, isn't that
right? That her friends that interviewed him and that guy that didn't like him or
Mm-hmm.
was questioning him and he had a bump with, we need to bring him back ASAP because we need Katina with some defense against O. I was so trying to defend him. I was so trying to
what?
give him the benefit of the doubt, trying to blame it on his disorder, but I
They
can
need
no
to
longer.
bring him back, her friend. They need to bring him back on the after show with Keisha.
Ooh. Maybe if our video gets out there, maybe so, because people have put out there they're tired of seeing Lindsay on the after party.
Mhm.
Oh, like she keeps like his. Yeah, that's why I don't watch. I watch the after party, but
But she gives drama. She's the one that said Mark the Shark was DMing Alyssa.
Ooh. Ooh.
here you go. She's a fan favorite. That's one thing about Lizzie. Lizzie would tell it. She's like, I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. I am
Yep.
this, I am that. I'm a lot. But what she said, what she's not is a liar.
That's right. That's right.
But she's
That's
not a
right.
liar.
She absolutely, but she spilled some tea about that. So I'm wondering if Alyssa is actually in that apartment that her and Chris was supposed to be in.
Because Chris said she could have it.
That's right, because he left.
Mm-hmm.
And it appears that Mark the Shark is meeting Alyssa in the evenings.
You know, I'm sorry. If he can't handle a Lindsay, he can't handle an Alyssa. And let me tell you, their build up and makeup is the same. So what? I don't get it because their personalities jive together, the two men. You know what I mean?
Well, no, because Alyssa is forced.
It's a gold digger.
But she's
No, I'm
forced.
talking about the two guys. They're
Chris.
Chris and Mark.
Chris and Mark the Shark. You know, as far as
You think they're the same?
I don't think they're the same, but I don't feel that there's so much difference that Alyssa would go with one over the other.
Here's the whole thing. Chris has the money and she's more interested into Mark's looks.
Oh, that's right, because he that built up player.
Yeah.
That all says very shallow to me.
Oh, she is shallow. Please get
Oh,
real.
we're talking about Alyssa. She's definitely shallow.
Yeah, and
She's
she's
mean and shallow.
and she has to keep saying, "I'm really a nice person." When you have to keep saying that, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're trying to convince yourself, but
I'm your
otherwise,
best
you're bullshit.
You know, and to be fair, they did show her on different spots. They didn't always show her with Chris acting up. She had times where she was speaking alone. Even when she was speaking with her girlfriend was pretty much confirming, girl.
And
what we were saying about her.
You're right.
Was
yeah, because the girlfriend hadn't even been there to see her. She's not stupid. She's known this Alyssa for years. Let's get real. We know about our girlfriends, okay?
Yeah. And you know, and it's okay that Alyssa is like she is. She just has to get a guy that fits in with that. You don't get to trample over somebody.
Thank you.
Like that.
And
that's what she'll do. She would trample just to say, I don't want him around. I don't want to be on camera with him. I was like, whoa, is that what she doing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Yeah, and he wasn't. You're right. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He was just walking up, and she was like, "Please tell him to stay away." He wasn't doing anything wrong, so she was being the bitch.
I'm like, unless he was whispering low key shady stuff in her
and we
ear
didn't see it. Well, they didn't.
You know
show
what?
that.
I'm gonna tell you. If we were to have her as a friend, we would have spotted her off from the beginning. Can't you? Goodbye, girl.
But you know what? If she was our friend, we would have been texting her and checking her about her attitude on the show.
We would have seen her from the beginning.
That's right.
There you go. She wouldn't have been in our circle. But if she was somebody, well, you know what? People like that, I don't know if, you know, I don't know. I feel like my circle is a pretty genuine group of women who are going to tell me the truth when I don't want to hear it, or, you know, and all of that stuff. So I don't know if she had the friends to say something to her.
And that includes you guys. Okay.
Right.
We know when bullshit is bullshit. Let's get real.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. And we know too, like, you know, we say how the girls are acting, Jasmina and you know, Lindsay. One thing too that we have to remember, when women get a reaction from a guy,
it's real. We know.
You know, and so if
Bullshit
they
or
change
fake.
their behavior according to those reactions, they do get labeled with those names.
Okay, I'm gonna throw something on to you.
Oh Lord, what uniform I got to put on now, Drew? What equipment?
I'm
to catch
gonna
this
right now. I'm gonna throw, and this is with the show. Okay. What woman in the show would you want to have your friend? And what man would you pick up or let him pick you up in a bar from the show?
My friend would be Katina.
That's the only one I can see too, is my friend would be Katina. And I don't want none of them men to pick me up nowhere.
I like Steve though.
You know what? Steve will be a good networker, a business networker guy for me. You know what? I would network with Steve. And I would network with Chris.
Link in.
Yep. That's, I mean, business contacts. But
the rest of them, okay. And I'm with you with Katina. Though, you know what? I kind of like Noi. I think Noi is a die-in.
She's a whiner. She's a whiner. She could never be my friend.
I know. I forgot. I shouldn't make that face when y'all say that. I'm sorry. I made a face.
She's a
At
whiny.
least you
very
look
You know,
whiny.
nice.
and it
I got my
wasn't- it wasn't
baseball
a
cap
jazz-
on, my glasses.
It wasn't a face like she's a bad person. I don't know. She's just somebody I just would not call her. I need her. I could see us being friends. I could see us like, hey, I see her somewhere. Maybe I work with her, be kind and stuff like that. But to really bring.
Okay, well, let me
Mhm.
just bust y'all up. Lindsay will be my friend before anybody else.
I can see that.
You know what?
Lindsay's got the mouth.
And that's true. Yeah. I can
Yep.
see that.
And
I don't know if
say
she
what I
would be,
want
but
to
okay,
her.
let's just say Katina and Lindsay. I
Katina
could
and
see
Lindsay.
them. I could see
Yep.
being an associate with Lindsay because I
Associate.
think Lindsay's really smart. I think she is really smart.
Oh yeah, she
I
is.
think-
She
and I
just
think
would
she
get on
likes-
my nerves. She would get on my nerves.
She likes to have fun. So I can't say that we would be friends like we're friends like that. But it wouldn't hurt me to know her and for us, to chit chat and talk and stuff like that.
You know what?
Because I know where she's coming from, and I could deal with that.
I'm with
And she could
Tracy
be able to
and
deal with
Lindsay,
me.
because if you got in a fight, who's gonna be doing some whoop ass and kicking shit?
I don't know.
It's
Lindsay will
gonna
definitely do
be
some talking, but if
Lindsay.
she drunk enough, she gonna throw some.
Who do you want to? You know what? Because I'm gonna tell you.
Liz, by the
I
time
may
Lindsay
try-
finished talking, it ain't gonna be no fight. She been in talk everybody away.
I
Don't
may
nobody
try
know
my
what.
best, but having me defend you is like having a little noise. And what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do my best at my 115 pounds. Okay, I can maybe jump up and kick someone in the head. All right.
That's so funny.
But Lindsay is gonna drop someone down. She's strong girl.
I think, like I said, I think Lindsay's smart. I think that Lindsay will always be able to use her words. I don't think she'll ever have to be physical with anybody. She just likes to have fun. Now she can get out of line, and that's why I'm like, Lindsay.
But out of all the females there, I know Lindsay's making 6 figures.
I don't know. I keep
Mhm.
saying, I've said this, I've posted it out on Reddit and I've posted it out on Instagram, that I feel like Lindsay is trying to get her own spinoff show.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know if I'll watch her on the show though, but that's just me, A lot of
Right.
people like
That's
what she
just
has.
us.
A lot of people like how she is. And if she gets her own show, I'll say do it. Whatever makes her happy. Most people
want
do
a
these
show.
type of shows because they want to get exposed and they want to have other agendas and stuff.
I want a show.
Tracy
Yeah.
wants your show.
I want
Here's
a
the
show.
whole thing. I would not go out with Lindsay because I've had crazy ass friends like that, okay? And they get crazy and you become collateral damage.
Yeah, I don't go out with people who can't control their liquor.
Thank you. I have a big issue with that.
Like,
why
you
my
might
ass
not
is
want to be with
happy at
me
home.
right now.
Mhm.
Look, you're controlling enough to do a show. But I'm just saying, she
Yeah.
tends to say things that can be pretty sketchy.
Problematic.
Yes, that's a good word. Very
There's the fun
Problem.
drunk, and then there's the mean drunk.
Ooh.
Lindsay gets mean. We saw her in that bathroom from the producers. She's not a fun drunk.
I don't even know if she was really, really drunk when the altercation happened. I think it took her to a state of anger. And when you get angry, you will say stuff like that. It just normally ain't on camera.
I'm with you, Karen.
I can
right.
imagine they had some
Right.
heated debates up in that apartment.
Oh,
Well,
Yeah, think.
since the episode ended with Katina getting ready to go to 100, Elijah not being realistic, they didn't show us any clips of what next week is going to be like.
No, they didn't.
That
Even
must
on
mean
the-
it's juicy.
On the after party, they made it real like low key. So we
Next
have
week's
no
gonna
idea
be hair raising.
what's going to be good. It should be good. Let's see if anybody breaks up next week, and let's see if O calms down any, because I was rooting for him. I was really, really rooting for O, and he keeps doing shit that makes me getting slapped in the face, and I'm upset about it because I keep trying to root for him. I want him and Katina to really work, but I also want Jasmina and Michael to work. I
don't.
feel like that they could be okay. But when she
Yeah.
was in that purple dress and her no titties in that dress, it was just not cute. That just
I did not. I guess I didn't pay attention to what they were wearing. You know, and let me just say, people's bodies is people bodies. You know, be
I
comfortable.
know.
Do you?
But
love
when you
what
got
you
big ass
love.
titties and you've been in D's or your double D's all your life, you pay attention to stuff like that.
And when
When
you
they put
got
all those
net
they-
bites,
right, they put all those net bites up there. It's just obvious to pay attention. I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't talk about it, but Katina, only one didn't have net bites was Lindsay. Katina, Noy, Jasmina, they all the itty bitty titty committee. Just all of them. Every last one of them. I'm just sorry.
Well, I tell you, everybody
You're
on the
killing
cast,
me.
I think they did a good job of. I mean, everybody is really appealing. Everybody is. They are.
They
really.
are. But Jasmina, this episode took me to a better light with her because she enjoyed her date with Michael. They actually had a good time. She smiled.
I don't think that's gonna last long.
But you know, I was online and because I wanted to know. I was like, if I could find anything about the decision that they made.
What you find?
It was reports on here, and I
Do
just
the
have to say,
spoiler alert, I
allegedly,
wanna
of
hear it.
course, that Katina and Elijah were together. They were in the airport together.
Ooh.
That's what I saw. Now I'm just saying allegedly because I don't remember what site I was on because I was just Googling, and I'm sure that anybody can Google it and see it too.
Right.
That's why I was like, well, maybe they did make it.
What about O and Katina? Are they still
Well,
together?
that's what I'm talking about. Elijah and Katina. They were seen at an
Oh.
airport together, like they were still
Oh,
together.
but you don't know about Michael and Jasmina.
I don't. Well, I didn't really look up them. I only looked up Katina and Elijah just because of how that last episode ended like that. I was like, man, I was rooting for him. He keep blowing it.
Yeah,
You
he
know
does.
what?
He keeps blowing it.
And I
Because I
understand he
think
upset if he thinks she's dating, but
But
that's not
he could have
realistic
brought it,
thought.
but wait, he could have brought it to her in a better way.
Exactly. It wasn't
Yes.
realistic thought that he was telling himself in his head. It wasn't, and just to embarrass her like that. It's like, no,
I
you
think
can't do
when
that
they
to your
were
wife.
in the room, I think Katina slapped the shit out of him. What the fuck are you doing? You dumbass. Keep your mouth shut.
I think Katina, the words is worse than a slap. I think she's got that in her. I think she been and said something to him. He walked out the room, turned around 3 times and said, did she just do?
He didn't know what happened to him.
Well, next week should be awesome. I can't wait till Wednesday. We're only a couple days away. I swear, it feels like it takes forever. Tyler Berry's Sisters should be good, hopefully. Although I'm pulling away from it because his episodes are dragging and he's
They're
just spending too
dragging.
much time on the scene.
But I did tell you their new episode is going to be June 27th.
We're
Sister,
seeing new episodes every day, though. We haven't seen those episodes.
we're coming to a finale.
So that means
What do you
he's
mean a new
gonna
season?
restart a new season.
Yes. June
Oh.
29th.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Married at First Sight, I think we have what, 8, 4, 5, maybe 6 more weeks because we have the season and then we'll have the reunion. And then I guess we'll find out who's together at that point.
And I also realized my sisters this morning was not on BET or whatever. It was on BHER.
That's a sister company to BET. I looked
That's
that up.
That's BET her, right?
But yes, but I have to look through with my remote.
So
because
for
they
whatever
changed it.
reason, when sisters, Tyler Perry sisters come on for us on Wednesdays at 8, 9, it doesn't come on at the same time, 6 o'clock there.
No,
She has to find it at another time. And then it shows it on BEHR or whatever. BHRER.
at 8:42. 8:42. Hello. That's not even like 8 o'clock or 8:30. 8:42.
But it's not 9 o'clock either.
No.
Speaking of time, do you know that how daylight savings times will affect us here in Michigan if we don't switch back, Karen?
No.
So when the winter months come, it will be 9 o'clock. It will be 9 o'clock in the morning before we get daylight.
Oh yeah, I know that as far as it getting the light, the dark.
And I got signed.
But
from the Supreme
I
Court.
don't even feel that that's even relevant though. I mean, all the switching back and forth and stuff, really.
I understand that, but hell, I don't want it to be outside. I don't want to walk outside at 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning and it's still dark. Now wait a minute. Hold up.
But you get more of your evening in.
And it depends on where you live, what state you live.
I don't think that that's going to be good for our harvest, our growing, or anything else. I don't know. I don't know about daylight saving time. For me, we can continue to switch. I thought I didn't want to switch, but looking at the predictions of what's going to happen and how it's going to affect us, for me, I think we need to continue daylight savings time.
You mean flipping back?
Yes.
So you want to go back an hour and fall?
Yes.
Right now, how it's going to be, and once it's gone through the Supreme Court, once Biden signs, it's going to be dark in the morning, but you'll have longer time of daylight in the evening.
It's dark in the morning now anyway, now that we've fallen back.
Yeah, but 9 o'clock dark?
Now, see, it's 9 o'clock dark there. For here,
it's not 9 yet. It will be in November if we don't switch our daylight savings time.
Here, it's still going to be like right now, it's dark.
No.
7:30. Still,
'Cause I don't understand when we do the switch. When we fall back in November, it's dark in the morning. It's dark in the evening at 4 o'clock. What's the
it
point?
will be lighter in the evening.
You just said 4 o'clock. Ain't nobody up but you and the chickens. What you
No,
mean
no,
at 4
no,
o'clock?
it's dark at 4
in the
p.m.
afternoon.
In the evening. It's dark at 4
Yeah,
p.m.
because there's
sometimes.
some states
not
where it's
4.
dark at
Yes,
4:15.
it is. It gets dark at 4:30 when we fall back. It does.
Yep.
Because you
So
I
if we
used to
don't
go to
fall
work in the
back,
dark when I
then
worked
it'll
day
still
shift.
be, but it's
I
still
went to
gonna be
work-
getting dark early.
It'll still, if we stay at move forward,
I don't know.
it's still supposedly.
I don't think it's gonna benefit us. I don't think it's really
Okay.
gonna help
Well,
us in the
they
long
did.
run.
Here's the whole thing on what you're thinking about. They actually did this in 1977. And it did 1977. Hello. And it didn't work well. However, what did work well is people were getting more production done later on in the evening. You
I
got
don't know.
half
I
a
don't know.
dozen, it's 6 in one half, a half a dozen in the other,
For
okay?
me, to me, I didn't realize it was how it would affect us. I think it's a big issue for me because we live in a state that is going to affect us more. So I don't know. I'm just going by what I think. I'm just a little peon on the bunch, you know.
I mean, I haven't really researched it, and all I could say is I don't like that it gets dark so early in the evenings in Michigan, especially in the wintertime. You know, it's 4:30. You have a whole lot of night, you have a whole lot of evening left.
And your
And it's just
electricity
not,
bill.
and it's just not interesting or fun. If it has to get daylight time at 9 a.m., I'm okay with that. Sometimes I'm up at 5, it's dark. You get your exercise in, you get your breakfast in.
your
Stores
work
open,
in.
stores open at 8 or 9 o'clock. I'd rather have my daylight in the evening.
And that's what, and with
Especially kids come home from school in the evening, it's still daylight. They have
I ain't got no
the
kids coming home from school. I ain't got no kids coming home from school.
Well, grandkids. Or they're
Yes,
done with
that
their,
will
they're
be
done with their. I
affecting
just
them
feel like there's
eventually.
more to be done, and there's more to be done. 9 o'clock ain't a big time to wait for the sun to come on.
I don't know. We have to see. We have to see how this going. I don't know. We'll have to see what Biden signs in the order.
But what they did say, this switching back and forth
It's annoying.
is it's a worse situation.
Oh, we've been doing this for years. It ain't like they just
I
started.
know.
But weren't they doing this because in the beginning it was like for farmers and people
And,
were
yes, and
agriculture,
energy
they
crisis.
can catch more of the daylight.
And they
Yes,
needed more of the
stuff.
daylight.
So it would matter to them for people who are still being agriculturalists. So maybe they need to get more opinions from the I'm not an agriculturalist. I go to the grocery store. I'm not doing that.
I want more daylight.
But if it's
end of the
No,
day,
that can
you don't have
impact
no garden
somebody's
in your
economic
backyard?
life.
No garden in your backyard? No garden in your backyard?
We have a condo. There's a lot of trees and stuff. So, and in Lansing, ain't no telling what kind of animals gonna come up. I'm just not a garden. I would love to be maybe with the community garden, but I don't have any of that at home. But if somebody's making an economic impact and they really depend on the daylight savings time, then I say let them yield to whatever.
and that's what they're saying. Our electric bill, if we stay on this, well, I don't know, because mine's off the chart anyway. So
people electric bill. I don't think
Deidre washed clothes Drew washes clothes almost every day in her house.
Girl, why?
Because I have OCD people in my house.
She got a son and daughter still there that's young. So it's 4 of them.
They're young adults. Oh, but I will tell you, and I talked this over with Tracy. Are you there? Can catch this. For my rental house, my husband, Karen, bought this. It's a wash machine. No, wash machine. And you set the timer, and then it's a dish, it's a dryer. It's an all-in-one. Tracy and I were like, oh, I ain't gonna wear.
So do you understand what we're saying, Karen? This is a washing machine and dryer. And then it's also a dryer for your dishes.
No, not for your dishes, for your clothes.
Yeah, it's a washer and dryer, right? It's a washer and dryer in one. So it washes your clothes, then it dries it.
And you set
the same cycle. So that means you're not taking that out and moving it to another machine and starting another load. So you can
it's not a stackable.
It's a washing machine.
Well, my husband tried it out 2 days ago with his white clothes and his white socks, and it washed and dried everything in 2 hours. He loves it.
I guess my problem is that when I wash, I move that stuff to the dryer so it can be drying, and then you can start something else. If that one machine is washing and drying, you're not starting another load until that
No,
load
you're
is
not.
completely
No,
done.
you're not. You're not. That's not my
Hmm.
issue. I don't live there.
Well, I guess if you have small loads that you're doing and you 2 hours, it'll be washed and dried and you don't have to put the timer on. I don't know. I'm too old school with washing. I would not buy something like that. Only
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
when my
I
clothes are
understand.
washing, I need to look at my clothes, shake my clothes out. Everything doesn't go in the dryer.
You're right. And you know what? If I had to do this all over again, I would have 2 wash machines in my garage and 2 dryers.
I would too.
I'm pretty serious about my wash. Like I said, I want to pick it up, make sure it didn't bleed on anything. I just cannot look after my clothes that they washed and assume that it's all good and you go in the
Yeah.
dryer and then you find out, okay, now everything that been dried on, it looks all crazy, then shrunk
Yeah.
down to this size because it
You
wasn't
know
supposed
what?
to be in there.
That's his fault if he doesn't know how to sort his colors. Okay. I don't live
Yeah,
over
but
there,
I'm
all
with,
right?
okay. I understand Karen on that one. When you wash stuff, usually you want to take it out and let it air dry. But if it just goes into the dry cycle, is it going to give? It's not giving you enough time to go in there and get those pieces out.
Right.
I
I get
don't
that.
know. For me, I don't see that happening. It happens in our dry cleaner machine because it washes and then it dries in the same cycle, and it does take 2 hours. But that's a long cycle to be washing clothes.
Well, this
2
is
hours.
But
washing
you're a
and
professional.
drying.
You're a professional. And I can see where that.
Yeah, but I'm
helpful.
just saying, but at home, washing a load of clothes for 2 hours?
No,
That's a
it's
lot.
washing and drying.
The whole
Right.
cycle from wash
Washing
to
and
dry.
but I'm just saying, it
Yes.
seems even though we separate them and do them separate, we're probably using the same amount of time for that one machine to hold up that cycle. That's a lot. To me, that's a lot.
I mean, because your washer or your dryer could break that down just for the amount of use, period.
And then
what
now
if
you out of your
what if
but then you're out of your washer and dryer at the same time.
exactly? So
Mhm.
and that's the thing with component pieces. One thing go, the whole thing goes. So you
This
can't
will be
even
a
wash
test.
and hang up.
Yeah,
You
this will
know.
be a test.
So
I
her
mean,
son
it
got
may
the
be
new
good.
one. Well,
It may
we'll
be good
see.
for some people.
But it
I
won't
don't
be the test at my house.
We'll see
It'll be
because
the
Reed
test.
washes all the time. He takes like 4 showers a day, 4 to 5 showers a day.
No,
Who
stop
does?
exaggerating.
Her
3 to
son.
4. It's 3
You
to
know what? You will not tell me I'm exaggerating by one doggone shower. Your son takes 4 to 5 showers a day.
No.
Look, Drew, you're not in the camera. Where you at, Drew?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
No.
Just-
But it will be interesting when he moves in to the rental house because he'll be paying for his own water, gas, and electric.
I would like for you to update us after you've had that for a couple of months and tell us how that machine is working out.
Yeah, you know what? I will because I'm actually, you know what? I'm really curious to see how, because Tracy and I had talked about this because I told her it had been delivered. Okay. Well, it was an LG or whatever that's called. And her and I were talking because she was pulling up, the information about it. This isn't like General Electric or Whirlpool or Kenmore. This is someone.
Right.
How often do we hear of LG?
I hear of LG a lot. A lot of them sometimes are
Oh, do you?
really the
Really?
same. Yeah, really the same. We have some LG appliances here that work very well.
Who are LG backed by? Is it Frigidaire, Whirlpool, or are
I
they
don't
their
think it's
own?
Frigidaire or Whirlpool, but just look it up and look into it because you can find that brand, in all of your stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, and all that.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Okay, Tracy.
We gotta check
didn't
into
know
that. No, we didn't. We got to check into that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
most
Well, we'll check into that.
definitely.
And especially building something like that, I don't think someone that was like really like a no brand or a low brand or not a good brand, I don't think that they could pull off something like that. And I'm sure your husband went to a reputable store to buy that, right?
Yeah, and him and my son, they said they checked it
Yeah.
online and they got good reviews. But
Yeah.
here's the whole thing. Tracy and I went online and we didn't see the reviews that they saw.
Right. When I went out there and looked the machine up, I didn't get any good reviews. So I was
Mhm.
wondering, and then I'm wondering why is it not popular? You know, that's my field. Why we are not hearing about this machine? But I will say that the machine that's going to take that long to do a full cycle of laundry, I still feel like we would rather move the stuff to another machine and let it start drying and wash another load, because I feel like one machine doing a full cycle is just taking too much time.
The
And it's
whole
not giving
process is 2 hours.
right
from
the whole
wash
process.
to drying.
So that means that's just one load. You're going to be doing loads for the next 6
Thank-
hours if you have
thank-
3 loads.
Thank you.
Well,
And
you know
then
what? But
if you're
my
not
thing
home,
is,
just switch it out.
yeah, because my thing is there are some clothes that I hang up. Can you elect not for it to go into the
I don't
dry
know.
cycle?
You
Can
know
you
what?
wash only and all that?
She
Yeah.
don't know. She ain't played with the machine. She
This
only know
is
what
a-
it does.
No, this is a 22-year-old male. Good, that's in his place, okay? This is not in my own home, all right? I can set and do my laundry and whatever I want. I can change the cycle and I can hang my crap up or whatever if I don't want it in the dryer, okay? You know what? This is a 22-year-old. I'm not even gonna worry about it.
Well, I'm looking on.
Oh, she looking it up now, ain't she?
I
Look it
am,
up. Look it up. Look it up.
because I found it. You know, they have some good appliances. And so what I'm seeing here, Equator Advanced Appliances, ventless, all-in-one washer and dryer. It's looking like it cost, I mean, it costs just over $1,000.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what he paid.
To even get it. Oh, they have red. I'm sorry.
oh,
Ooh,
they
There
have,
you go.
green.
they have it in red.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, they have blue. I can see, first of all, they're very attractive.
Oh, see, they caught you already. You just looking it up and they didn't caught your attention. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that one's wasn't the one I see.
Karen, ours is
I
boring
was looking
white.
for reviews on here. I don't think they reviewed this one, but
Wait a
know,
minute.
it's-
You said Drew, what color is your guy? Yours is white?
Ours is plain white.
Boring.
man, they got some nice colors. I'm just saying.
Boring.
Yeah, and see, I'm looking this up at one of the major stores that we go to when we go for home
Is that
goods and
Lowe's or
appliances.
Amazon? Because ours was bought off of
I
Amazon
am-
and it's an LG.
One of the
Where's my-
stores that we go in that's in the neighborhood. I don't want to give them endorsement by
Okay,
Boom.
I get you.
All right,
But you,
y'all.
okay, is that 1 out of 5? Well, I don't know if that's really good, but yeah, I see it. But no, LG has tons of brands, and this
Wrap
may be
things
the
up.
new thing for efficiency. But my age, I've been washing clothes a long time, and
So have I, girl.
and I'm like, nope, gotta go down there and switch it over. Nope, gotta hang them up. Gotta count the socks and see see what the sock monster ate.
Back in the day, I used to have to put my clothes on my bicycle and bicycle my clothes to the laundromat.
Okay, never had to do that.
I was going to say, no, never had to do that.
And I had made a bag where it would hook onto my bike. Oh, yeah. I still have that bag somewhere. And rode my bicycle to the laundromat. Okay.
I'm about to burn up here.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's kicking in. It's kicking in.
So no, okay, I'm
Pause.
glad to know about the wash machine and built-in all-in-one dryer. Carl
Okay.
loves it.
You
We'll see
guys,
what
we've been out
happens.
here a long time.
Okay.
We're gonna wrap things up. Oh my God, it was so great for you to join us, Dr. Karen. I'm
Oh,
so
good to
glad
be
you
here.
joined us. People don't know we've been texting each other throughout this week because she has been on fire about Elijah Wan. We can't wait till Wednesday to see what happens Wednesday and see if we have some more drama to talk about. Let's see what happens with Sisters and Married at First Sight. I am on fire right now.
I'm gonna
Next
finish eating my dinner.
Next week, our ridiculous hack will be something great and fun. And hopefully I don't come up with no more unhealthy ideals for us to eat. I want to thank Miss Karen for all the cucumbers that I eat.
They're good, aren't they?
Yes, they are. She's my cucumber person. I want to thank everyone for being out here with us this evening. It's been a long evening, but we want to end with our prayer. Our prayer for the evening is, we come before you today to ask you to calm our anxious hearts and minds. Things are changing so drastically. And this is referring to the Ukrainians and all the terrible things they're going through with Russia. This is hard for us to comprehend. As we try to make sense of all of this, help us to remember that you are the one that makes order out of chaos, and you are in control. Lord, we just want to thank you and thank for all of the blessings that you give us and bestow on us. Even though we sip our wines and things like that, we still are blessed and thankful for you. As long as we are not dependent and we're not addicted, it is okay to partake in a little libation. As we can say, I've been a little libation and I've drank over half the bottle. It's down to here.
I can't read the name. What are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking Earl Stevens, his sweet red wine, and it's a 14.5%. You know how I am about my percentages.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to thank you for joining me this evening, and thank you for all your commentary about Married at First Sight. I can't wait to watch next Wednesday and see what happens. I hope you're not having to blow my phone up all week talking about what has happened. Hopefully it'll be a good show and everything will be good. You guys, we've had fun. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, tell your family, tell your friends. If you like some topics that we talk about, please make a comment. If you want to talk about something specifically, let us know. We are open here. We're willing to talk about anything to give our perspective. We have an open channel here. We'll give you the link in to call in. However, I will tell you it does change weekly, so don't think you're going to be able to slide in every week.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for coming out this evening. I can't wait till next week. Let's see what happens with Married at First Sight and Sisters. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.